Okay, we're live. We're live now. Okay. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Link to the Past Crossworld Keysanity Tournament. I am one of the commentators, Mark Nificent. I'm joined by Walther the Fourth. How are you doing today, Walther?
Yo, what's up? I'm really good, and I'm really hyped as well because I think this is gonna be a good one.
Yes, this is definitely gonna be a good one. I'm familiar with Jinxie. She races with you and I, so as we're both familiar with her, and she's up against MasterSlowPoke, and we'll see how this race goes. With Crossworld Keysanity, the margins they can be really close or they could be really wide, depending on the seed and decisions. And yes, we'll be starting here very shortly. I think the runners are just waiting for the countdown, pretty much. And of course, this is a round one match. This is I think there are 32 seeds in the tournament, or that are doing round one matches, and then the rest, and then they're off to join the rest of the field for a round of two. The round two matches. Right now. Okay, so it looks like we're receiving word of a start here. We'll be starting here in less than 40 seconds.
Yeah, so we're doing a double elimination bracket. This is the round one. As you mentioned, several people got buys since we're not an even number, which means we just get extra matches. So that's all good, right?
Yeah, more matches, more rando. Everyone's happy, and everyone gets to experience this mode. This mode hasn't been popular until really just recently, and the league tournament really kind of brought this mode to light. Oh, looks like we're off.
Starting if it's Sanctuary, only getting a map. Seeing the power of Keysanity right away.
Oh wow! Okay, so the Sanctuary had just led to the uncle.
Yeah, that's a really crappy place to have the Sanctuary.
I know.
Usually, you want to have the spawn points to be fairly far away from each other, just to make it give you as much flexibility as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, to make it convenient, I think a Kakariko Sanctuary is really nice to have. Ooh, sword in Link's house.
That's very nice.
Yeah, especially considering that it could be a very, very long time before you get a sword. At least 2 hours sometimes before getting sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could definitely take quite a while. And one good thing, at least, with that Sanctuary spot is that as soon as we have bombs, we're going to be able to go to the back of Escape right away.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's it's really convenient. There are 3 chests back there, and they usually pay off, and sometimes you forget in the beginning. Sometimes when it's not as accessible. For instance, if it's Magic Bat, and you have to come back with the hammer to actually get to the back of the escape. So it's nice that it's open.
Did see a bow on the lake high on the island there, which
Ooh,
pretty important item as it turns out most of the times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that mirror could be, and those flippers would actually get that bow, but hey, they could be really trolly. They could be deep somewhere in Moldorm 2 chest even.
Yeah.
For all we know.
I think this is a mode where you might not always need a bow for anything, actually. Most of the times you'll need it, because most of the times one of the dungeons of Eastern or Pod is usually a crystal. And as you mentioned, you might have to climb Ganon's Tower as well.
Yeah, but I'd like to clarify, and I did make a mistake there. Obviously, the mirror cannot be up in Ganon's Tower, because you need the bow to get it. So
we're looking to have a little bit of technical difficulties. We're working on that as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. And Jinxie getting a plethora of bombs here. Looks like we're seeing a Houlihan room here. It's kind of flashing in and out, but it's a smart decision. That's where you can get a lot of money to buy anything you want. Get the Village Elder, buy some bombs, anything you need to progress this game a little bit further. Bombs are very important. You never know when you're just going to run into a cave where you need the bomb to open one of the rooms, like Agana or Paradox Cave, for instance. Really comes in handy when you need them.
Yeah, it's a quite a popular choice to do early on in cross keys, just because getting money can be pretty hard sometimes, and getting bombs can be pretty hard too. But if you have the money, then you're quite guaranteed almost to find some kind of shop early on, and you also have the money to just do the what's it called, the Kakariko bottle vendor early.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just forget to do it, and you could have something really important, like a moon pearl, for instance, and you just, if you last location that, it can set you back a good amount.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Just quickly mentioning, I told Jinx to stop, and I'm currently trying to reach MasterSlowPoke to stop. This stream is so unstable, even if it's like now getting back a little now, that we just need to restart at this point, because, yeah, well, there's like no way. We couldn't even verify what the Slowpoke did in the first 2 minutes, and before anybody has questions, we will just start over.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, better now in the beginning.
The only issue is that he is not reacting.
Oh, he must have closed his chat. Oh wow, he has a Master Sword already.
I hope he is reacting now, because else we have a problem. Yeah, we will actually do a new seed. Because... Again, sorry, this was not on us, like, his stream was just... completely... dead.
Oh, I see. I know when a stream goes down, he might have been disconnected from the race room, the SRO room too. So I'm not sure. He might not even have it.
This is awful. Not being able to reach him at all is... Yeah, I even tried to contact them in their own, or in his own Twitch chat.
Let's see here. Message him.
once he got pinged, he went offline in Discord. I guess for now, continue to talk about the race. If
Sure.
we actually have to keep going with this, Jinx will actually be obviously get a fixed time to like accommodate for the time they waited. But I will still try to get this done and solved.
Okay. All right, Jinxie. Now, going into the library. Just another shop.
Yeah, you're gonna find a lot of those.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It is kind of slow in the beginning. You often feel like nothing is happening, and boom, 30-40 minutes have gone by, and you're just, ooh, a mirror. Actually,
that's a pretty great item.
Yeah, that's something you really want early. It really comes in handy with early routing, Dark World and Light World routing. You can route in twice the locations if you had the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, and that's another reason why it's important to have early money, because otherwise we would have missed that that mirror.
All right, the bomb hut. We're gonna see what. Okay, opting not to. I don't think she has enough money, but yeah, skipping the hint there from I don't know what you call that guy, little grasshopper.
Yeah, there is skipping hints is not. It's not a big issue unless it happens to be like the greatest hint ever. But most of the hints are like okay, but every once in a while you get those like really good ones.
Yeah, we just got the castle, the Agatara small key, which she can now get both chests in that tower, which could be something really trolly, like boots.
Ooh, okay. This is
Nice.
an interesting entrance, and with early sword, makes it pretty nice and really nice bomb drops as well. Looks like MasterSlowPoke found the castle in Hyrule Castle, checking some of those exits. One of which leading to the Dark World, but it's the Hammerpig's house, so you cannot leave it as a bunny.
Ooh, we got our first big key to Eastern Palace. That's nice. All right, Slowpoke going through one of the connectors here. Oh, just taking him across the world. I wonder if we'll see those a little bit later. Him from a routing standpoint, use these connectors to save some time on transit.
Yeah, that's like one of the interesting parts. You're gonna have to walk and just navigate Hyrule a lot, and it could be quite a while, if ever, that you ever get the flute or boots to help you with that. So having connectors that can just speed up that overall navigation is kind of important sometimes.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's kind of like you have to keep track of it. It's like you have to pick and choose the connectors that can really benefit you for tracking purposes. Honestly, obviously, it's hard to keep track of everything that you have, and sometimes a connector like this where it doesn't really like maybe lead you to between two worlds. Obviously, is maybe not a connector that you want to keep track of. Really, save that for something else. Ooh, finding pod.
Pot can be one of those places where you get to farm some bombs early on, but since we already have 10, we can just leave instead. Jinxie has the mirror, but taking a death warp anyways, because that just refills her health again. Well, MasterSlowPoke is on half a heart, so he's gonna have to be a bit careful. Luckily, there's not a lot of enemies in Kakariko.
Absolutely. But yeah, it is definitely... It definitely sucks to die in the overworld, especially in this mode. Sometimes if you die in a spot and you're deep through some connector in the Dark World somewhere, you'd have to come all the way back, and it does take some time. And Jinxie going through Super Bunny Cave, the front of it. We'll see what this leads to. There is 2 chests here, and these early checks, they have to have something really to start progressing the game. They're early connectors, so we'll see where this leads and what item she gets here. Getting the Book of Medora. That opens up the entrance to Desert Palace, so that could be something really early on.
Do you have a connector over there? Unfortunately, we don't have any starting points to Kakariko, so probably just be faster to walk down there. But finding one of these Dark Death Mountain connectors, that makes the mirror really really good here. You can just be able to check entire Dark Death or East Death Mountain.
Ooh, now finding Blind's hut. This is pretty much one of the gold mines. One of many gold mines in the game. It's a lot of chests.
Yeah, I think there's 3 caves or entrances that just has like 5 items or more. We saw one in Paradox Cave which has 7, and this is one of them as well. Ooh, a glove. Yeah, that's really nice to have early.
Yeah, it definitely is. I've definitely run some seeds where I'd never gotten the glove after 2.5 hours. So to get it this early is nice. We're inching closer to our real Dark World access instead of the connector Dark World access. So that's always nice. Alright, these 2 caves leading to nothing right now. Nice thing about that connector she just found is that she can complete the entire right side of Death Mountain. Oh, she found another connector here at the bottom, the entrance to Paradox Cave. But she is probably going to check the last location here. Ooh,
okay,
another
it leads us to another connector, and it's gonna be interesting coming back here with the hookshot later as well. I'm not gonna check it right away though.
Yeah, she wants to check the other location, and hopefully she doesn't get locked out when she connects through to another place where she can't go back, and she'd have to come back here at some point in the game to check that hookshot cave. Yeah.
So unfortunately she can't get back through that connector, but luckily she's at the top of Dark Death Mountain now and can mirror and just jump down again. Or just jump down on the west side of Death Mountain.
And then check everything there. So it's actually interesting.
And it's worth mentioning actually that all of this that Jinx is doing right now is actually totally in logic. The mirror can be required to navigate Dark World and get to the right positionings to use mirror and get to Light World entrances in order to get Moonpearl, for example.
Looks like she's going in here. She had already checked this. I think she is going to fall down, but she can always get back, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to jump down here first, because after checking Hookshot Cave, you could always go back and just take that connector again.
Looks like she found the graveyard ledge, but can't open it yet because she's still a bunny or whatever sprite that is.
Yeah, you can't even Super Bunny that because Super Bunny can't use any bombs.
Only thing I believe
Super Bunny's
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
I believe the only thing she can use as the bunny is the mirror. Am I right?
Not quite, but that's the big major thing she can use.
Okay.
But that was a really interesting hint. Ganon's tower is locked behind the pyramid.
Oh, the crack in the pyramid. Ooh.
So that's
You know, maybe that's where Ganon's tower should have been.
it would have made sense, I guess.
In the vanilla game, to end up at the pyramid.
So she is taking this connector again, which tells me she's probably gonna go over to West Side Death Mountain. So now at any point she's free to use mirror because she is past the hammer peg.
Yeah, smart decision. She's going to check probably all of the Light World mountain locations and take the warp and check the last 2 Dark World locations. Interesting. Finding the back of Skull Woods. This is a really nice find, actually. So she could come back here at any time when she gets a fire source. Should she decide to come back and beat this game, beat Maltula with whether it's sequence broken or not.
Yeah, it's something that you'll see runners do every once in a while in open and standard modes, just sequence breaking a bit, but you'll see runners do it a lot more in cross keys, just because if a sequence break can save you having to, oh my god, there's the move.
Wow.
On the tablet. Okay, that's cool.
Unfortunately for her, she doesn't have that Master Sword to grab that. Whereas Slowpoke does, so she's going to be very disappointed to find that. To find that Master Sword. What looks like was a Sphere 1 or Sphere 0 sword. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I didn't really see exactly where MasterSlowPoke picked it up because obviously they're having some stream issues at the moment.
This looks like, looks like Jinxie's picking up the old man here. Going through the cave without the lamp. If you played the randomizer of the game enough, you know how to navigate through this cave to grab the old man.
Yeah, especially having the sword helps a lot here.
Yeah, and definitely in this mode specifically, knowing your dark rooms actually can help you so much, because that lamp could be deep and could block you from all these in-sequence checks, so it's good to get them done if you can.
Oh yeah, right, that was what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, you'll see people do a lot of more sequence breaks here just because if that can help you checking stuff without having to go back and double dip stuff, then like that's a major time save you can get.
For sure. Looks like we found the entrance of Mire. Unfortunately, she can't go through it yet. Doesn't have boots or shot, but looks like we're running into Mini Moldorm Cave. This is a location that has several items.
Yeah, another one of these gold mines. We found all of them except for Hype Cave now. Hey, there's the flute.
Ooh,
that's actually pretty convenient. It's gonna be super easy to get back and get that flute as soon as she has the Master Sword.
Yeah, flute is one of those items that really speeds up this mode in particular. She's not really locked out and does have to take some connectors to get, that she took to get up to the mountain. Now in this case, she can just flute it back up here. But we also did get a big key to Ice Palace. I'd say of all the big keys to want to find early on, the Ice Palace big key is definitely not really the one you want to find.
Yeah, but it's at the very least it's nice, like peace of mind, because as unimportant as that key normally is, at least you won't have to leave anything behind in Ice Palace, which can be pretty scary sometimes. You don't want to have to double dip that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, obviously leaving chests behind and deep in dungeons when they could be, let's say, Thieves Town Big Key, and that's your go mode item, and it might be something that you just wait to check till the very end of the game. So unfortunately, that could troll you.
Looks like we've checked all the light world entrances here, but Jinxie is gonna go into dark world and check these two as well. Give her information at the very least, what's up here. And might lead to another connector as well. Well, okay, we'll get some laser bridge here. So we could take a death warp here.
Looks like she's going to attempt the laser bridge. After the death warp, she can turn from a bunny to her normal sprite, and which you'll be able to will be able to check the laser bridge.
Yeah,
it could be something really big and important, like maybe the boots could speed up the game, and this would be a sequence break for sure.
Yeah, and we even have the cape, so used to like make this a little bit simpler. Because as we just saw there, the beams on laser bridge, they hurt quite a lot. It turns out when you're in Green.
Absolutely, yeah. That's 4 hearts of damage, and it is definitely a lot harder without the boots to do the laser skip, as exhibited right there. Definitely way easier with the boots, but she is saving some of her magic here. She wants to make sure that she'd be able to get all of it. But it's definitely worth it to try to get these chests now that you're here, rather than to come back and later in the game and get something really important.
Yeah, for sure. And we do know these chests are in logic, since we do know Master is available, which leads to the Moon Pearl. So we got a shovel from Laser Bridge.
That's interesting. Alright, just 10 arrows in that last chest, and she is going to take the Death Warp and check that last location on Dark Death Mountain on the bottom left. So I assume right after that she's probably going to go and activate her flute and see what else she can find from the open places she hasn't checked yet. Yep, it looks like we did find Bomb Shop, and he has told us that Total Rock and Desert Palace are our 5s and 6 crystals. That's really great early information. You don't want to find yourself in a place where you're completing your first dungeon, you don't know what it is, and it ends up being the red pendant, say. So it's definitely a bad feeling. Sometimes you feel like you're ahead, and then you're like, oh, I got nothing in this dungeon, and it was a red pendant. So unfortunately, that's just the way this mode works.
Tells us that at the very least that Kane, Fire Rod, and Ice Rod at least cannot be Ganon's Tower, since it's locked by those 5-6 crystals. And that also means that whenever we can get to Ganon's Tower, we will have both Fire Rod and Kane, so that's access to the at least the completely right side.
Yeah, that's actually is really good information. She doesn't have to go searching for those items in order to do it. So. Unfortunately, not getting anything in the back of Escape, but I assume she goes back to Kakariko now at this point and activates her flute. But not before, maybe along the way, checking the shovel locations. Alright, so digging up a 5 rupee. This is where she would be normally digging up the flute and actually heading towards Kakariko to activate it. So it seems like the normal procedure here.
Yeah, it looks like MasterSlowPoke is clearing out the Hyrule Castle. Didn't really see if they got anything important. It looks like they have Bomblow, so you might have picked that up there.
Yeah, he's heading towards the back of... He's trying to get the Dark Cross chest in the escape, it looks like. And it was just a heart piece, so not required. She has the bomb, found the sick kid. So it looks like the sick kid's going to give us some bombs. What do you think a sick kid was doing with some bombs?
I don't know. Maybe that's why he's sick.
Mm-hmm.
He also apparently is sleeping over at the neighbor's house, maybe having a sleepover or something.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's sick too. Old abandoned home. Asbestos, I tell ya. Looks like I guess I didn't see Jinxie check any of Kakariko yet, so pretty smart,
Yeah, she
actually.
went through a bit of it, but then went into that connector, which led them up to the Dark World.
Oh, it looks like it's paying off for her now. I think she does have enough money to check the village elder. Maybe that's something something good.
Okay, that's where we got Bombos.
Great find. Could potentially open up Ice Palace to us. She does have a glove. Awesome. But I guess she would need a hammer. Yeah.
That is one of those nice early items to have the glove, just in order. There's a lot of entrances locked behind the gloves, and they're usually paired together with other entrances, so this just means that you're not gonna have to like leave those one-off glove locations behind. So that's really nice in that regard.
Absolutely, and I know there's also like there's certain things that we take for granted, like in the vanilla randomizer, you do need the glove to get into Ice Palace. So it's kind of, you don't ever think that you would go into Ice Palace without it, and sometimes you do in entrance, and you forget that you can't lift up the block to get to the boss, or even the right side, the hammerlock location. In Ice Palace, so I often forget. I did it in the beginning a lot, so it's just something more that you have to think about when starting to play this mode.
See, MasterSlowPoke is attempting the dark room here in Aga Tower in order to get that last chest.
I see. So it looks like we found Ganon, and Ganon's in the Lost Woods, which is nice. So we're just slowly narrowing down what the actual pyramid is, falling down there, and hopefully it's the one fall down that doesn't yield a chest or anything. That would be nice for the runners.
I see a question in chat about how to get. Use a map on the pad, okay. But I see a question in chat about how to get the big bomb away from Dark Death Mountain, and we actually have exactly those items required to do that. We have the mirror in order to get back into the light world, and then we have the flute, which means we can use a flute away with it. You can flute with the bomb, but you cannot semi-equip with it or walk inside entrances or stuff like that.
So
you would have to find some way of getting into the Dark World as well again once you fluted to 4, either by beating Aga or by having Hammer.
Hammer.
Jinxie not having any magic is gonna have to use
8 hits.
Yeah.
8 slashes to kill these guys. I think these guys are no different than the early ball and chain guard in the escape. They're just gold.
Yeah, and funny enough, the spins actually don't do any extra damage against those guards.
Yeah, unfortunately. So it's just 8. Nice double kill there. We'll see if she tries to attempt. No, she's not looking to attempt that dark room. Even though she does have a key to it.
Yeah, the dark chest in Aga Tower is very rarely you have to do that in a normal rando, so it would make sense if a lot of people are not like super used to doing that.
But obviously could pay off, could be something. It was in my other seed. I had to go back there and grab the bow out of there, so you just never know.
Yeah. MasterSlowPoke checking the desert entrance, which is the big chest in Tut Rock, and that entrance is the only way to get to that chest, so that's could be quite important.
Where is he heading now? He's... This is looking to check the back of Vanilla Escape. And it is Magic Bat. So we did find Magic Bat. It's actually looking pretty good for the pyramid.
Yeah, let's see. I think like the Force Thief might be the only one we haven't seen yet. We definitely did see the fairy drop down. So
did we? Okay.
So one way or another should be an item locked behind Aga 2.
I see. I'm thinking, or where did we see Kakariko Well?
Yeah, it's behind Aga 1, which is
okay.
kind of interesting.
Yeah, they might have to go back and do Aga 1 for those 5 chests. Could have the Go Mode item. Oh, looks like Slowpoke found the dam.
Yeah, so something worth having in mind as we'll see Slowpoke head towards the dam right now. Once you drain the dam, it will stay permanent drained for the rest of the game, which means as soon as you do that, you will have that item unlocked from draining it. It was just a piece of heart this time around, but
But yeah, once he finds Swamp, it will be drained, and he will be able to go through it if he has, should he have the items to get through it. So we just got a heart piece and down an escape for Jinxie, and now he's going to check the rest of the southeast side of the map, and we'll take the connector back. I think this leads up to the Lumberjack area.
And MasterSlowPoke going with a fake flipper in order to get up to the Witch Hut and finds Desert Palace. We can get 1 chest in here right now. Jinxie could get an additional 2 because she found the small key.
It looks like she found the dam as well. Having those gloves early, yeah, you can check the entrance to the entrance to the mountain there, which can be trolly. Sometimes gloves come late and you're just unable to check those locations till later. So those are ones you always have to remember to do later in the game once you get those gloves. Yeah, it looks like Slowpoke, he does have the Master Sword and the book, so able to get his Moon Pearl, and he'll have access to that Dark World should he find some sort of connection to it, unless he gets the hammer anytime soon.
Yeah, like that. It could have actually walked over to the right side there, but it makes sense that it didn't. It's gonna check the tablet here now and get his Moon Pearl, so that's a nice find. Oh, and there's her other sword. It was apparently Uncle short today.
Yeah, vanilla. So now she's got a second sword. I'm sure she's thinking, I gotta get back up to the mountain and get those Moon Pearl, but not before doing the Houlihan room in order to collect some more cash for the later checks that require money.
Yeah, once you're in the area, it makes sense to just get that over and done with, so you have that extra money. You never know when you have to check Sora or use any other means of money. And with that Master Sword, Jynx is beelining up to the mountain as well, because she knows the Moon Pearl is up here.
Going straight there, and it'll be interesting to see what she does after this. Let's think of where she can go now at this point.
Yeah, we I would say we have entire Dark World open right now, but I don't think we've found any real connectors to take us there except for Dark Death Mountain at this point. We did see one to Village of Outcasts, but that's one is hammerlocked, so you can't really do anything there yet.
So we'll see. Maybe check some of the locations near Desert Palace, or we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we haven't seen any runner go over to Eastern area yet, which is 4 entrances, and all of them are attainable at the start of the game.
So we get to go there, and down drops her pink basketball.
Looks like she used up Flute in order to use Flute over to 2. We're gonna be able to get all of those desert items here.
Ooh, she has a Desert Palace small key, which is nice. You can complete and get those 2 items on the right side. That usually is pretty trolly in some other entrance randomizers. Really nice to have that early. All right, she's going over to the right side, and I would assume she's going to be checking some of the connectors here that Desert has to offer.
Ooh, gets half magic. That's a nice find. We're not having too much we can use the magic with at the moment, but that's definitely going to be a boots as well. Okay.
And the boots. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's a pretty nice find. Always like to have early boots in this mode.
Yeah, definitely speeds up the game. It can definitely slow down the game if you don't have them. So, really nice find for Jynxy. I'm actually wondering if Slowpoke had even gotten these, because it appears that he has the Desert Palace small key, but I guess didn't go off to the right side, or maybe didn't have the small key yet. But it looks like.
Yeah, it does open up a couple of new entrances that are boots locked as well. We have one Bonk Rocks right next to Link's house, and then we have another Bonk Rocks, which is the normal Bonk Rocks. Why we have the name for it.
Looks like she's
There's
going
an
back.
additional 2 later on as well, but we don't have access to them yet.
I wonder where she's headed now. Okay, so she's taking the mirror portal. I think there was one location she couldn't check here as a bunny. I'm not sure that she's trying to go back to it. I think it was the graveyard ledge that she couldn't do. So here's the hookshot cave. So yeah, she can go through here, grab the one item, or if she decides to hover to try to grab the rest of the chest. Ooh, a mushroom.
That could potentially lock our hookshot.
That would be troll. I don't know that we found the potion shop just yet, so she would have to turn in that mushroom at the vanilla location, then find the potion shop down the line. Ooh, okay, so we got our first look into the Dark World via the Hookshot Cave in Light Death Mountain.
Well then, that's it's not full Dark World access, but it's definitely access to quite a bit.
Some sort of Dark World access. So she can check the Bonk Rocks, the Hype Cave entrance, Dark Link's house, the shop here just west of the Ice Palace, and then with the mirror in hand, she can check K45, Stumpy, archery game, digging game. And yeah, so smart of her to route the Light World Hype Cave entrance. So just to see what we get here, routing it in with the mirror, really nice, really smart of her. So continue on back towards the Dark World. We'll see what she gets here. Something really interesting could be happening here in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, we know at the very least we have 2 guaranteed items coming up from the race game and from the Stumpy Kid.
Jinxie finding the refill hut. Fortunately, doesn't really need anything in there, but it's really nice to get bombs if you find that place early on.
Here we see the real power of the mirror, just being able to. Oh my god, that's a terrible place to have the old man.
So all the save and quit locations just take you back towards the Link's house.
Right next to each other. Yeah. Wow. Well, maybe the back of old man is good. At least.
Okay, so it looks like we're probably not gonna be seeing that many save and quits here, unless they really have to do it. With mirror and flute, and boots, you probably see less save and quits here. Ooh, the hook shot. It's a great find. I wonder if she's going to go back towards the hookshot cave. She's not that far away from it.
In one sense, you could say that the hookshot cave did lock the hookshot this time around, but it's just the connection, not the item itself.
Mm-hmm. She did already check the shovel, and it was just 5 rupees. Okay, so she is checking. Okay, so this is the archery game. Oh, it says Spiral Cave. I don't think she's gonna check this just yet. She wants to check. Well, get the digging game and check probably check the mirror location here to race game to see what this is. Again, early mirror really comes in handy. The earlier you can really check all these open locations, the better. You can be on your way to completing the game in that way.
Yeah, you don't want to leave stuff behind, and we do know a couple of stuff that the Immovable has now unlocked for Jinxie. Well, MasterSlowPoke is gonna go and activate that flute. It looks like.
It looks like she just got another map of the. So at some point we will see she will probably do a map check to see what crystals and pendants we have. And I assume she already checked the race game and it's not anything important. All right, now
Yeah, I
she's
think the
going
race
to-
game was like a map, maybe, if I remember correctly, which is
interesting.
definitely not a guarantee.
Yeah, it could be really great early information, but at the same time, it could not be. Obviously, it's not hard required.
It's a lot of digs for one key. Let's see if it was worth it.
Miss Reminder. Don't necessarily need any small keys for Miss Reminder, do you?
And yeah, you can totally complete it without any small keys whatsoever. It is kind of nice to have at least one though.
Yeah, and
it just makes the routing of the dungeon more convenient if you're intending to full clear it. Which in this mode we're intending to full clear pretty much every dungeon until we're in go mode.
Alright, finding a heart piece in Spiral Cave, and we're just gonna see where this heads off to. Maybe Village of Outcasts would be pretty nice. She could check the rest of that. Oh, so so this is great. She can actually check all of the Village of Outcasts and north of Village of Outcasts, Skull Woods even as well.
Yeah, that's full access to the Dark World.
Besides, yeah, I guess besides the catfish area and pod.
And MasterSlowPoke finding the lamp that was in that
the graveyard ledge.
Yeah, where Jinxie was, but she didn't have the moon pill at that point.
Ooh, that's a pretty good find, because he's got the lamp and he also has the Tower of Hera small key, so that could be something down there. Interestingly enough. Jinxie unfortunately taking a death here. Everything in Tower of, or in Turtle Rock does do 4 hearts of damage on green mail, so
yeah, it's a dangerous place to be.
Especially those unassuming skulls. The floating skulls do so much damage for the amount of actual movement they do.
Yeah, especially if you're like a normal Stalfos does like what, half a heart, and then the head alone. That's when he's angry, I guess.
And
going for bombs here.
She's had just about enough of these monsters.
Yeah, I think this is a super fair strat. You don't have any keys, you're pretty low percent in terms of health, so like whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, there's really no wrong way to kill an enemy, especially Master Sword is really, it just takes a while to kill the Pokey with Master Sword.
Yeah, you can't just do a single double spin to take care of it. You have to hit it multiple times. And got some nice some health after getting through that room. It's gonna help this Shane Trump room.
Absolutely. Looks like the left chain chime's getting in the way of her sword beam. Alright, and then she got it. Okay, that was really close. So, okay, just a red ruby, unfortunately. So, so Turtle Rock up to that point has not been paying off, but she does get rewarded with the rest of these Dark World locations, starting from Village of Outcasts and the North Dark Graveyard.
Yeah, and hopefully she will find another glove or hammer around here somewhere, because taking all of those connectors in order to get back to the Dark World again would kind of be a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, again, she just got
way to get back would probably go to Desert, and you could use do a bomb jump or hook shot from Turtle Rock there. But I don't think Jinxie knows what that entrance is yet. MasterSlowPoke does though, so he'll probably get that information soon enough. He's on the right track here. He's gonna get the hook shot. He doesn't have the boots yet though, because he hasn't gone back to Desert, and that could honestly be a while.
Yeah, it could be a while, and sometimes like you never really want to leave those really early open locations away, because they could be something like the boots. I think in one of my seeds, I left an early hobo just lingering, and ended up being the boots at way too late in the game. So these things can happen, and that's rando for you.
Yeah, for sure. There's usually like so many different choices you have to make all the time, and you're just gonna have to think to yourself like which one is the most convenient and most efficient one to check. And seeing where desert was, I guess it's not too bad to get back to it because you can use a flute too, so we might see that in the near future after all.
It definitely just played into her favor. She did wait to do that check, and it obviously paid off for her. And it's sometimes the unfortunate thing about rando. You go to a place too early, can't check it, and you wait to go back way later in the game when it could have been something. She's looking to do this connector. Hopefully it doesn't lock her out, and she can actually come back in here and go back to her location. Because okay, so that's nothing really. She doesn't necessarily have to go back, but she can if she wants. Kind of like those. You gotta like those connectors. Sometimes you kill two birds with one stone. It's two entrances that you don't have to keep track of anymore.
Yeah.
Skipping the fairies. Skipping the fairies. She likes it very much. All right, so going back towards the entrance of the connector here, just so she can check the king's tomb.
Yeah, we're gonna. After this, we've seen all the hard lock entrances by the boots.
Has she checked the box rocks?
I believe so. Yeah, she mirrored there. That was just like a fortune teller or something like that. Now, MasterSlowPoke is saving putting to the old man, and it's gonna check the back entrance. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. Let's see where our last spawn point takes us. It's gonna be like top of the castle or something, and no good entrances up there at this point. Oh no, it's in Kakariko. That's kind of okay. Not actually, since we have the flute. It's probably just faster to go out the front of the flute over there.
She will be able to check 4 out of the 5 locations. Oh, finding Saha's hut. But and our green pendant is vanilla. So, so Eastern Palace for Saha's Shrala item. But without that hammer, she's only going to be able to check about 4 of the 5 locations here in the Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if she saw that connector, because we do know the Hammerpig's house is used a connector from somewhere in Kakariko, I want to say. It was a connector from somewhere. So she won't really miss out anything important on that part.
Grabbing the bug net here. Guess it could come in handy. Ooh
Another
gold mine.
Yeah, big key. That's a good start for
Ganon's
Tower.
Tower. Fantastic.
Well, we don't know if we need that, but maybe.
Yep.
The rest was kind of
trash.
Trash-ish. Yeah, but who knows? That Ganon's Tower big key could pay off big time.
We did see the hookshot cave checks.
Find out that Palace of Darkness is a crystal, and apparently we have Ice Palace as the red pendant.
Okay, so we got
2 out of our pendants so far.
That's really great information. She just needs to figure out that last pendant, and we've got the full stack. Be able to track everything. Yeah,
MasterSlowPoke is now checking out that hookshot cave, having the hookshot in hand. Like that. Small kid to Palace of Darkness. You always want to find those. And the red cane, okay. That's an interesting one.
Ooh. We'll see how much time Jinxie spends before going back there and getting that, because it does open up some of the Turtle Rock chests a little bit. So.
Opens up like 2 chests at the moment that you can get in Turtle Rock. We haven't seen a front entrance, So in practicality, it probably only opens up one. You can go backward from Laser Bridge to get the roller room chest. And he's gonna check that Desert Palace now, so he's gonna get the boots. So that's gonna be a really nice find.
Yep, looks like Jinxie's going back to Hookshot Cave. So right now, she's taken her portal through Super Bunny Cave to get to the back of the Turtle Rock exit. So it looks like she's going to do that. She's going to get her red cane, and at that point, she's got some decisions to make. I think she's got Mire available now at this point. She could get into there, not complete it. She doesn't have the big key, but there's definitely some items there to be checked.
Yeah, we're only a big key away from being able to full clear that dungeon. Well, for Slowpoke at least. But she's gonna get the cane here as well. She might be actually taking the connector to check the Dark Death Mountain items as well, which would give her the lamp.
The lamp, yeah, which would really come in handy for Mire, the 2 chests in Mire that are fire locked. Because it's looking like we're narrowing down to those locations, and obviously those locations have to be something pretty good. Yep, and that's exactly what she's doing. So really good routing here on her part.
Yeah, she's gonna be happy about this, that's for sure.
Yeah, for safe measures, she wants to pick up that rock, just so she can get back. Okay, so onto the graveyard ledge, which I believe is the flute, or the lamp, I mean. There it is. Baby, baby, light my way.
Yeah. Do have that, the chest in Aga Tower that I don't believe we saw that yet. MasterSlowPoke tried to get it, but I'm not sure if they actually got it.
Absolutely. So definitely could be something there. So it's interesting to see where she goes from now from this point. If she goes to 1, that might be Mire. Okay, so she's going to 8 here. I'm trying to think. Okay, looks like she's going towards the mini Moldon cave.
Yeah, this is one of those entrances that can be kind of annoying to route in early on, but it is a sphere run /0 depending on how you see it location, so it's definitely important to.
That's right. I think she's just realizing that she has
checked
it. Yeah, she has checked this. So, for now we have like. Okay, so now she's. I think she's checking the eastern area, and it's smart. These early checks could be something really important, but right now it does look like we have that one chest in Aga Tower, the basement of Tower of Hera, Mire, and a couple of chests in Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, and the rest is pretty much a couple of few locations left. I mean, we haven't been in Skullwoods yet, which does have a fair amount of items as well.
Alright, getting a hint from the duck here, is this what you call this?
Kind of missed that hint. Was there anything good?
I missed it too, unfortunately. I was talking and I distracted myself, so
Okay.
it didn't seem important, but it could have been, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the emotions from Jinx's sprite. Doesn't really reveal anything.
Yeah, too shy. We are getting our first look into Skull Woods here on Slowpoke's side. So he did get a compass in the mummy, blocked by the mummy room. So we'll see what the rest of the dungeon gives us.
Hyrule cast a small key, which is pretty much useless in this particular seed. Could be very important in a couple of other ones if Back of Escape is locked behind Pyramid or Aga 1, but not in this one.
Yeah, so yeah, that is actually, yeah, that's actually true. In that case, it would be, you do see a sequence break sometimes. Some people will grab the key from the front and not go downstairs fully and check the ball and chain guard. They'll use that key to go to the back escape, get something really important maybe. Alright, Jinxie going back towards, yeah, fluting to 8 and probably looking to use one of the connectors. I remember this one connector, or is this a lamp locked? Maybe this is a lamp locked. Okay, so she is remembering. Is this what you call the dark cross?
Yeah. I believe dark cross, or just the sewer chest, I guess, is what most people call it, I believe.
Okay, and we do know that this is just a heart piece, or I did see it on Slowpoke's side, so she will be disappointed. Maybe not. Maybe she does want the heart. But I know her options are getting pretty thin here. So we'll see. We'll probably see maybe a Meyer play here soon. Tower of Hera, Agate Tower, one of those things. It looks like she's taking a connector here.
Yeah, I believe, yeah, this is the one that leads to the peg house, so can't really get past that yet. I don't think you can mirror quite there as well. You can mirror if you're standing pretty much right top to this bush here.
It looks like she might mirror block again.
It's a little bit too much to the left there.
I don't know that. Oh, I guess I didn't know you can mirror on the white. Or is that only in the race game? Looks like she's thinking here.
Sure. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Think what that next step should be.
Yeah, it's really interesting in this mode. You have to be doing a lot of things at once. You have to be thinking about what you just did, where you are currently, and then thinking ahead about your next moves, so that you don't lose any time to, you know, some things. So it is a really difficult mode in that sense. But it's a challenging, and it's very rewarding when you do get into a groove with this mode.
Yeah, for sure. I think both of our runners, by the way, when they got to the Dark World next to Swamp, I don't think we saw any of them actually go and check what's it called? The Bombos tablet, did we?
No, we didn't. I didn't see a Bombos tablet check. I also don't think we saw a that little shop next to Ice Palace, just west of Ice Palace, either. So, yeah. So she looks like she's going back. It's Super Bunny Cave. She is going back to the mountain. Maybe looking to maybe go back into the Dark World.
Yeah, let's. Seems like a way to go. There's definitely more stuff that is available in the Dark World as for now.
Okay, so going back towards the Hookshot Cave to head up to the entrance of Swamp Palace, and we'll see what she does here. Maybe she is going to go towards Bombo's tablet, like we said. Okay, so going up, probably checking the hut. Or...
yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that both our runners seems to be forgetting that as of this moment. But then again, what's the odds of both tablets having important progression, right?
It's either 0% or 100%, so it's kind of like you just never know. So she is going back. She did I think she's going to go towards Skullwoods. I think she's gonna go back up and get back north Kakariko, Dark Kakariko, and check the Skullwoods area.
Yeah.
In this case.
And we do have the possibility, even though it's not necessarily in logic yet, we do have the possibility of doing the bomb jump over to the East Dark World as well.
Absolutely. That would could potentially save a lot of time, and I think we're getting closer and closer to a seed where Aga might be required to get there. And it's
Meyer definitely seems like the main suspect at the moment.
But it's kind of like you very rarely see that in entrance where Aga 1 is still required to get to that part of the Dark World.
Yeah. I mean, if we find the second small key to Aga Tower, maybe it's just worth doing it, because you get the items in the well as well. And you finally get a nice save and quit point to the pyramid.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Save and quitting in the Dark World. Yay, to save and quit points.
Okay, so... Yeah, this is so the Skullwoods area. It's all contained in Skullwoods, but all the drop downs and the entrances are kind of scattered, and it can be pretty frustrating to figure out. I think in one of the qualifiers, I completely forgot how to find certain drop downs and locations. It was a disaster. So Skullwoods is not that fun in this mode.
Yeah, it can be really annoying sometimes. It can just the back part can kind of lock itself, and
it looks like she has one small key right now. I think she's looking to save it so that she can get to the back.
Yeah, she picked it up from the pot, but she's taken this way in order to save it.
Yeah, it's smart.
Wants to do the back part later on.
It's smart routing.
Which is the only part that is fully randomized, is the back area with the balls, because it doesn't have any drop downs. We'll see where she decides to head from here.
So I'd
say the main upside with bomb jumping right now over to the Dark World, or to the East Dark World, would be hoping to find the big key for Meyer. So when you go into Meyer to get that progression, you don't have to double dip it. You can just clear it out right away.
Just complete the dungeon in this case.
But who knows? It could always be vanilla as well.
Yeah, when it is vanilla, it's probably the worst thing that you could hope for in that case. It's like the worst and the best thing in a way.
Yeah.
Depends on the mode, really. Obviously, in this mode, it's a little bit, It
looks like Jinxie might be doing some sequence breaking here while doing the fake powder.
She's using that lamp to to run out of magic, and it's gonna be something like 64 lamp shots.
Nice to go with the cape instead of it. Yeah, this is the part where half magic is kind of not helping too much, but there's upsides and downsides to everything, right?
She didn't do it fast enough. She waited too long there again, I think. Oh, she got it. Okay.
Yeah, there she got it.
Okay, so this is a really great check if it pays off.
Wait, okay.
Could be the entrance to Meyer,
yeah, it could pay off.
So we'll see.
Probably not what she was hoping to see, but
yeah, but in a way, it's kind of like, what do you expect from that sequence break? Powder could be way down in the scheme of things, so it's really, you just never know. But it's nice to get.
Did we see both? All the exits in Paradox and all the exits in Desert? Because I know we saw 2 of them in both areas, but I'm not sure about the third ones.
Yeah, the one downstairs. I don't know that we saw that one, but yeah, it's Actually, okay. I'm actually starting to think of whether or not she has forgotten about Turtle Rock and the Meyer checks. She seems to be stalling a little bit and going to do by doing these sequence breaks. You know, it's not necessarily wasting time, but it does seem like she's thinking. These are thinking checks.
Either that or just trying to get some progression to make you skip Meyer for a little bit longer. We do see, we're gonna see that Bombos tablet here as well. The small keyword Palace of Darkness. It would be really nice if we only knew where Palace of Darkness is. Oh wait, we do know where Palace of Darkness is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's totally a thing we can do.
Mm-hmm. There's a Palace of Darkness as well.
Ice Rod. You called it. 0% or 100%.
So we found the Ice Rod and that was Bombo's tablet?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's that control runners, you know, like that might be an area like that you just don't think of till the very last minute, and let's hope you know, that doesn't troll Jinxie, so it might happen. But it looks like we are getting the pod check from MasterSlowPoke. Depending on how many keys you have, you could be able to check all of it with a certain sequence break.
Oh, we're finding a backup desert there. Not something we can do yet because we don't have the big key, and I've actually never tried to complete a dungeon in Waterwalk states. I'm not sure how that would work. But we don't have to find out because we don't have the big key.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna see a potion glitch here from MasterSlowPoke in order to be able to get some extra checks here from Pod, which makes a lot of sense. So we do have a total of, well, MasterSlowPoke has a total of 2 keys at the moment. Jinxie has 3 and finds the mids. Okay.
Ooh, see, this opens up like the entire like Meyer area now, and desert. That's like 7.
And that's 100% in logic because we already had a glove.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a huge find for her. So nice of her to check that. Zora is in logic, so yeah, you're right. I guess she's checking where this this connector leads. Maybe this will be the connector, the save and quit location that may help her out.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I guess
right. Goes. Saw this.
Yeah, I guess we did.
But yeah, Meyer area seems like a good spot to head right now. But it looks like she might actually be heading to Pod first. Maybe she changed her mind.
Or maybe she last minute. Okay, no, she's okay. All right, so she is going here. She can check everything here. 7, depending on the medallion for the Meyer entrance, which it is Quake.
It is Quake.
That one.
She doesn't have any magic because she used it while sequence breaking that Quake medallion.
But at least we know that
it works out sometimes.
If that ends up being something that is really important, that control MasterSlowPoke. Alright, finding Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, maybe we get lucky and find like the potion shop over here.
She did turn in that mushroom so that we could get that item as well. Ooh, Thieves Town.
Nice. This is a fast 4 items you can get here. Don't have the big key yet, so we can't do anything else. But these first 4 is going to be super quick to get. Then you can use be on your way again.
Absolutely.
Don't need to get that 4 because you have the mirror.
Hopefully she can find some magic. You know, I'd hate for her to have to leave the area, but it's not too bad coming back here.
Yeah, with the mirror, it's like really fast to get back.
Mirror flute boots. So yeah.
MasterSlowPoke using those 2 keys to open first the middle door because we don't have a hammer to bypass that door, and then the second one to get to the back, which makes sense because that's where you get the most items possible, and we find a hammer in the back, so that seems good. And another small key to this dungeon. Classic Pod.
Wow, backup Pod had the hammer.
Yeah, so we can open up one more door. Looks like we're gonna go for maybe Harmless Hallway, or looks like we might be doing the maze instead potentially. We'll see where it says to go. We're gonna do a bomb jump here, it looks like. Interesting doing the bomb jump before using this last key, because we're gonna have to pretty much mirror out from here after we've done the bomb jump. But maybe we're just saving that key in case they want to go to the boss later on, or maybe they're just gonna use that key for the vanilla big key chest in the front.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's I do the same thing. It's kind of like you save the key, you know, like we know where the bow is. Like they could come back here and potentially beat it once they get those flippers. So it is a smart play.
Oh yeah, you're right. We do know where the bow is. It is possible for us to sequence break that bow at the moment with having the boots. We could set up a water walk in the dark world and then just what's it called? Mirror
Take the
to get it.
Take the portal, right? The swimming portal or whatever. Yeah, I never really see that done, but yeah, it is tough to set up. I guess you use one of the pits in Skullwoods area.
Yeah, you can use one of them, and then you have to be mindful when walking out of Skullwoods, because if you walk too close to the pits, then the water walk will kind of disable again.
Yeah, that setup is.
So she's not gonna be able to do that, but she's gonna mirror here, and that's actually gonna take her to Turtle Rock. And Turtle Rock has magic inside, so she can get the magic.
Oh, that's great! I completely forgot. So she does have the cane. Oh, she's. Let's see if she remembers that there is magic there, and. Okay, it looks like she is, I think, going to pod. Looks like her play right now, and if she does it right, she will get that hammer, so we'll work out for her.
Yeah, that would totally pay off. I know that we saw, unfortunately, well, no, never mind. MasterSlowPoke did get the hammer jump, missed it the first time, but then got it afterwards. I know Jinxie has been practicing the bomb jump, the hammer jump as well, so I'm probably gonna get that one as well. It does have one extra key going in here. It does not have the bottle for potion glitch. Well, she has the bottle, but not the potion.
Oh, she has a red potion. I don't know that she used it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm stupid. Just because she was out of magic for some reason, I thought she was using her potion, but that doesn't even make sense.
Looks like. Okay, so it looks like the hammer was probably in the basement. I didn't see where he got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be in this chest coming up here.
Okay, so now we've got proper Darkhold access now, which is always a ooh, is that a small key 2 pod?
Yeah.
It's always trolling. She can check a couple more locations. I think she is going to try the bomb jump.
Chest that MasterSlowPoke did not get. Small key with Turtle Rock. Well, we won't really need necessarily any small keys to Turtle Rock except for one.
Yeah, it really depends on.
Already have one.
Depends on what access we do have of Turtle Rock, and I think we do have like all the back entrances, like Laser Bridge, right side, left side, and the entrance.
The only thing we don't have, I guess, is the front, and it could be required for you to go all the way to the front sometimes. Oh, I told them we got the second castle tower key there as well when Slowpoke was in there.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks pretty thin. Oh, actually, I guess Aga 2 or Aga 1 could still be. It's on the table now. Lumberjack.
Yeah.
It's
well, that's 5 items, so
that's another gold mine. Yeah.
But it's probably not going to be on their mind as of right now, because we do have, with the hammer, unlocks a lot of other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jinxie gets the potion glitch as well, and is going to be able to get these items. She seems to be saving one of her small keys as well. And as you mentioned, since we know where the bow is, it kind of makes sense to save that one, especially since they know it's a crystal.
Mm-hmm. And small key to get in tower. Nice to have. Maybe not that hard of a requirement.
Not making a lot of progression in order to get to Gannis Tower yet. We got the Ice Rod against, but we'll still need a Fire Rod, 2 big keys at the bare minimum.
I guess she's hoping she has enough magic. Is that enough magic to...
I think it should be.
Yeah, with half magic, might be enough.
Yeah, with half magic, it should be enough.
Actually, you're right.
She's gonna use Quake here, but okay, yeah, she's killing the bird first. Good, because otherwise the bird would just attack her. Well,
yeah,
Quake doesn't really affect it because it's flying. Ooh, we see the back of Bumper Cave. We do have both Hookshot and the cape, so you can get through here.
Mm-hmm.
Mentioning the Hookshot because you can actually Hookshot through this bumper.
Ice Palace, which she can do.
Which is also pendant, and she doesn't have any magic.
So she has to get magic again. So maybe,
that's kind of rude.
Yeah, it is very rude, and it's... I'm not sure whether or not she knows to go to Turtle Rock. You could really only get as... Well, I guess, yeah, you can go through the dungeon, get the full magic. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You're now looking at Mimic Cave. This could be something good.
Yeah, nice timing. Just found a hammer. So let's see what it unlocks. It's a big key for Mr. Meyer.
Oh, see, now Mr. Meyer's completely open to her now. So
see, none of these runners, they're not gonna get baited in by going into double dipping Meyer.
Oh, but Meyer's a pendant, unfortunately.
Oh, so that's a nice pendant. Okay, well that's kind of is unfortunate.
She may wait to go there, but there are some goods there. She can fully clear that now.
Mm-hmm. 8 items.
But we are getting closer to having access to all the entrances now, based on the items we have. So could be seeing a full clear of the map here as far as entrances, and they can just get on to clearing dungeons and items.
Only thing at this point, I guess, that would unlock more entrances would be, let's see, you need flippers in order to get over to the Dark Shopping Mall. You would need Fire Rod for the back of Skullwoods, and then you would need the 5-6 crystals in order for the pyramid.
For Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, so that's about it. Except for that, I do believe we have access to every single entrance in the game. We saw Spike Cave somewhere early. I think it was like in Kakariko, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Do have access to that as well now.
It's kind of a good feeling. We're only at like an hour 26 in, almost have a full map cleared. It's kind of looking close to just kind of grinding the rest of the game, finding those items that you need and doing it. So it usually gets quicker from this point.
Gonna see a mirror on top of the pyramid, which is something that can kind of throw off people who haven't played this mode too much. That this might be required sometimes to get the capitalist fairy here. You can just buy as many upgrades as you want, as long as you don't exceed the maximum amount, I guess. But yeah, both runners is using the hammer in order to clear out the East Dark World here.
Alright, Pod is unfortunately just another chess game. Yeah, I assume Jinxie's probably gonna go do the pyramid checks as well, and go towards Catfish, see what she can muster up. I haven't seen Swamp Palace yet, have we?
I think we did, yeah, but
Okay.
we don't have the flippers or the small
True.
key yet. So...
Okay, so if we've seen Swamp, we've seen
I don't
Skull.
remember
Let's
where
see.
Swamp was, but it was kind of early.
We know where Ice Palace is. We've seen Mire, Turtle Rock. We know where Desert is. We know where Tower of Hera. Have we seen Eastern Palace yet?
No, I believe
Okay.
that's the at this point actually the only dungeon except for Hera that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, Hera and Eastern, and then front of Tetrarch is the ones we haven't seen yet. Well, and Ganon's Tower, but we know that.
Jinxie just found the Turtle Rock Bridge.
Oh, never mind. Apparently we did see Hera. I was at the shop at Lake Hylia, my bad.
Yeah, that was early on. Figured they could probably go there now, grab the basement chest.
So
But, yeah,
this is good news for Slowpoke. Checking catfish here. Well, not checking catfish, but
yeah,
by checking catfish is gonna get the mitts from Sori.
Yeah, Jinxie's stocking up on some berries. It's all a smart decision. You don't know whether or not you're going to get a better sword. At some point in the game, you may have to do Ganon with the Master Sword. So,
yeah, one of the upsides of having to check all these entrances is that you're gonna find a lot of fairy caves. So I'm not gonna have to worry too much about that part.
yeah, so it was really smart of her to go through with this connector, because Master Slowpoke didn't go through that, and he may be down and deep in the sea and not have found the TR bridge, which I know can troll some people. Not naming any people, but the commentators of this match have been trolled by that TR bridge one too many times.
So it looks like I must have missed it, but according to the tracker, Slowpoke did get the big key for Tartarok, but I must have told him missed where that was. That's gonna be a pretty important item. Now, Master Slowpoke turning in his bottle and getting use a B. That's not really super useful.
Yeah, I feel like he may have gotten along the way here, on the way to Catfish. So, yeah, I missed it too.
Yeah, so except for that big key, well, Jinxer will need that. But in terms of things that none of our runners have seen so far, what we'll need is, for go mode that is, would be big key for Hera and big key for Feast Town and Desert. That's our 3 big keys missing. And then we also need flippers for Swamp, Fire Rod for Tartarok. And that's about it. We also need the bow, but we'll get the bow by having the flippers. So yeah, we're actually like not too far away, and this could be I'm not gonna say it will be, but this could actually be like one of those seeds where Ganon's Tower is not required whatsoever.
And that's really nice. There's a lot of items in there, but a lot of items lock it out. So we'll see what happens. So, I mean, if they get a Fire Rod soon, we maybe, and I guess, what was it, Hera or Desert Palace? Big key, you know, that's where we would see the early, or see access to Ganon's Tower, but if not, this would be great for them, so.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, my eyes are definitely set on those 2 pendant dungeons that we can full clear at this point.
Yeah.
Have all the keys for Ice Palace. We have pretty much all the keys for Mire as well. Missing 1, I guess.
Yeah, it's full clear of both dungeons. So and we did check the pedestal, so that is not really required. It's just a map, if I remember. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to dip into those pendant dungeons to get some sort of progression here.
Yeah, I can definitely see the appeal of like skipping it for a while, but the longer and longer we go in the overworld checking one-off spots, the more and more appealing it must be to just like, oh, let's just do a dungeon and get 8 items instead of like walking around and just like finding random fortune tellers and stuff.
So with the hammer in hand in the midst, she could do the smith sequence. I don't know that we've seen this yet.
Yeah,
so that could be something.
Did we see the where the smith lives?
I thought we found it.
Akina's cave apparently. So
Okay.
with the flute,
Yeah.
that's not too bad.
Yeah, the smith location it has to be in the light world. So he has to turn into a smith.
Yeah.
So
That's a revelation I had for myself the other day. I was like, this makes total sense, but I never thought about it. But yeah, he has to be in the light world.
Yeah, and like I thought about it, it came to me as well, and I was like, oh wait, I don't know where the smith sequence is, but I don't know where the smith is, but I only have one light world location that I haven't checked, so this has to be the smith. So it actually came, it came to me just in like this week. So I'm right there with you. Oh, we both had a hammer check or hammer pegs check here, both of them, and she knows where it is.
Looks like it. She's just floating right away. She's floating to 6, so yeah, this seems about right. And she should have seen the tablet up there, so maybe that will ring a bell and be like, oh, I should probably go check that in the future. Because we do know that is required.
Oof, just 10 arrows there, but it does open up one more location, the purple chest, which could be something really good.
Yeah,
she's going
looks
back
like,
there.
She might be heading straight back. She's actually going up here to this portal, but I do believe she... Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, she should have her mirror portal left there. She could have gone to that, but this doesn't take too much longer.
Yeah.
And now the Smith is going on an adventure like he's never gone on before. He's going through the Spiral Cave, which is a place you can normally not take the frog, because he won't go into 2 ways or multi-entrance in a normal mode, but in entrance he basically follows you almost everywhere.
Taking a long way to get to. Or she's gonna check the. Oh, she's gonna check Bomba's tablet. So this is great.
Yeah,
this is good for her.
This is gonna turn out pretty great.
Yeah, that's okay. So and now at this point, I think she's got to be narrowing it down to these pendant dungeons: Turtle Rock, Tower of Hera, Agate Tower, and Lumberjacks. So here it is.
We're almost gonna get a high five here, but we're gonna be just a little bit away from each other.
Oh, he's doing Meyer. Oh, this is Oh, wait a minute. What am I looking at here? Okay. Yeah, he's in Meyer right now. That's okay. So this is a territory we haven't seen yet, so it has everything to do it. So this is gonna be good. All right. Alright, Jinxie here grabbing her Ice Rod. So, lucky for both of them, no Ice Rod hunts. Go mode Ice Rod for them.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to skip.
But obviously, if not for Ice Rod, it's something else. Gonna troll them.
Yeah, there's a lot of items that are kind of pseudo Ice Rods in this mode. Like almost all of the big keys feels like Ice Rods sometimes because they can be pretty much anywhere except for the back portion of their dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Jinxie going up here to the Lost Woods. I don't remember what we had up here. Oh, this was where I got.
Oh, she's gonna do Lumberjack. That's also a good place. So right now we're at we're kind of like in on even terms here. They're just kind of doing whatever.
Yeah, they're pretty much catch up with each other in terms of items and such. Done most of the same checks and seeing some divergences here, so we'll see if either one pays off. It's definitely possible both could pay off since we need multiple items.
Yeah, I was like, she's just remembering that she didn't grab the item here. And it's it. Flippers? No. Red Rupee. I know at any point here it's kind of like, when are we getting those flippers?
And there's small key to Palace of Darkness in the big chest there, so that's kind of nice. If MasterSlowPoke can get one more small key after this, he will have enough to full clear entire Palace of Darkness as soon as they have the bow. Ooh,
she's gotta be careful. That
got fall there and got some hits while falling as well. So gonna have to play this a little bit more carefully now.
I think
catch
she's
the ferry earlier on, so
she's not that worried.
Worst case scenario, you have that as backup. Check the hint here as well.
Sealed castle door, so I think they checked that.
Yeah, that's a hint for the vanilla Aga entrance in Aga Tower.
Jinxie is going to use her fairy here, and she should be good for Aga coming up. It's always a bad feeling dying at Aga.
Yeah, and MasterSlowPoke is actually going to... Did we get a hint about the left side of Meyer? Because we're kind of skipping that for now.
Yeah, it looks like he's skipping it. I don't recall a hint. So maybe he's just doing the boss. Maybe come back in and do the Firelock side a little bit later. The left side Meyer is dead is maybe what we're looking at here. I see. It was a hint, apparently, so... Oh no, she's gotta be careful here. She's got 2 hearts.
Yeah, in a race setting, there's so much like adrenaline just pumping, and it's a lot easier to just get like a little bit stressed out by even minor things. I do believe this is the first like tournament restream race for any of these 2 runners, so that can definitely add some extra nerves as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was something I had to get used to. I remember when I first started racing, I just couldn't do Ganon. You know, like I was really bad at doing Ganon only in the races. So it's something, I guess, with muscle memory, you just have to do a ton of races to get experience.
Yeah, I've been doing like this for 1.5 years now, and still get super nervous every time I do a race. So
yeah.
You see, used a Cape Strat here on Vitria's first phase, and no problem whatsoever. Still has plenty of spare magics used.
Yeah, using the cape.
Cape activated.
Cape activated with the Master Sword. If you just spam the Master Sword, that cape just doesn't run out your magic as fast as one would think. So you
don't
can
think
actually
we
kill.
got anything super important though from Meyer. We got like a small key for Pod, but I think that's like about it.
Yeah,
A
they may
lot of
not
blue
even need
balls
it.
in the meanwhile from Aga.
Now, if we do see something like flippers in that big key chest, in Pod, that might be very interesting.
Wow, this Aga fight, man.
I know, I wasn't counting blue balls, but it seems like it's been a lot. We're on
I
like
think we're on like
4th round.
8 out of 9 so far, or something like that.
Oh, this could pay off really big time for her, though. So we'll see. Finally.
There we go. Yeah.
That was 8, apparently.
That is quite unlucky to get that amount. But if this turns out to be required, then MasterSlowPoke will have the same RNG on the Aga fight.
All right, hightailing it off to the lumberjack. This is a big, could be a big win for her.
Yeah, especially since we saw Meyer was pretty much a Baron.
Yeah, so if it was nothing,
well, it might be Ice Palace, which holds the key to the sea.
Yeah. All right, what are we gonna get here? Flippers, Fire Rod.
We'll start off with a small key for Dark Pass. Okay, that's the last small key. So Jinxie can't full clear Dark Pass now without going into Meyer.
Compass, a Tower of Hera. Another bottle. Oh, a big key.
Key for
Hera. Tower of Hera. That is required.
We got an
yeah. So yes, paying off for her. That's fantastic find.
Yeah, Jinx is definitely taking sort of an advantage here, checking the map right away, being like, "Oh, please let Hera be a crystal."
I feel like she would want to go there now. She has everything to fully complete that.
Yeah,
basement
that
included.
Makes 100% sense. You took a gamble, you got rewarded from it, so the best way of capitalizing on that is just like keep following that progression. Let's have the small key as well, so it's gonna check that basement first here, which makes sense. You might, like, I know me personally at least, sometimes I tend to almost forget doing that if I do the top first, and you're not like just one item from go mode, so it's very unlikely going upstairs will put you in go mode.
Absolutely. But I guess I don't know how many items we are from go mode, but it's just 3.
Should be 3, 4 for Jinxie, because she still don't have that Turtle Rock big key, which I'm still quite uncertain of where it actually was. Basement Hero, this has been in Logic quite a while. And it is use of keys hard. So at this point, I would assume none of our runners are familiar with how to sequence break the Lake Hylia Island. Because otherwise, I would imagine they probably would have gone for it. But as it turns out, since Swamp is a crystal anyways, we're gonna have to find those flippers no matter what. Oh, that was a very fast hand check. It
was like a mushroom in the pits, but there's the powder. That's our ice palace.
Ice palace in logic, actually. Yeah, I kind of forgot how the sequence broken for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for the hammer strats here on Moldorm. We're still on Master Sword, so the spins with the Master Sword and the hammer hits make the same amount of damage on Moldorm.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 really early swords, but after that, it's haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, it's been pretty dry. Taking a fall here. Moldorm trolls everybody, so no matter how good of a runner you are, Moldorm will figure out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. She's close. Okay. Oh, that was really close. She got it.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Slowpoke is checking the basement of Tower of Hera, but he does not have the big keys, so he's gonna have to leave. So missing out on the on Ice Palace check now is in logic for Jinxie. So we know that Meyer really didn't have anything, so should Jinxie go to Ice Palace right now, it would pay off for her.
Yeah, and that's actually our first crystal grab as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting how cross keys work sometimes. Sometimes you can get your first crystal like 10 minutes in if you're lucky enough. Sometimes it takes like plus 1.5 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. But as far as like locations checked, that may be more of a metric here as far as like progression in the game.
I think so, for sure. A lot of the times you might end up in a kind of a weird mode that we called boss rush, where like you just get go mode and you can just finish all the bosses really quickly and just go together.
Yeah, be done in about 20 minutes from go mode. So it's really nice in this mode. That's probably one of the defining characteristics of this mode specifically, is that your go modes are super quick. There's no, not necessarily a Ganon's Tower climb at the end, because go mode in other modes is kind of like, oh yeah, I've got to do the rest of the dungeons, climb Ganon's Tower, so it's like 20 minutes, whereas here it could be like just 20 minutes of dungeon rushes and bosses, so it's nice.
Jinxie grabbing a fairy from one of these bushes. There's 4 out of those bushes have a chance of dropping hearts or fairies. That's some nice game knowledge. We're gonna head in here. I don't actually remember what was in here. Oh, it was Skullers. Okay, yeah, this is totally something we can do.
So it looks like she is going to do the bomb jump here, which is a nice play from her. Trying to think of what it could be here. Obviously, it's going to be a crystal, which she's going to need anyway, but if she ends up getting something like flippers here, would be very, very cool.
Yeah. The only thing it can't be is really a fire rod or anything fire rod is blocking as of this moment.
Oh, I see. So you can align to that back wall, and that's actually a bomb jump alignment. That's really nice.
Yeah, if you just stand over at that wall and just walk right, you will have the right pixel placement.
Oh no, she got
grabbed though. Okay. So unfortunate.
Yeah,
she can just try it again though. She has the fairy. for hearts as well.
Yeah, she also has the powder, so she can powder the bunny beam for extra health.
Yeah.
Extra.
Okay, so let's try this again. There we go.
She has 1 heart left. Okay. Oh, she has the fairy. We'll be good. She'll be fine.
Yeah. Half magic as well. So, well, no, actually, half magic will help. I was gonna say you can use spam fire rod shots, but yeah, you kind of need a fire rod for that, don't you? Okay, she was fast enough to get the fairy there, so that's actually really nice.
Yeah, that was a great play from her. No. Yeah, surprisingly, we've done all those checks and haven't gotten a single male upgrade yet.
Yeah.
Which would definitely come in handy right about now.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff deals quite a lot of damage. Like, even if you have 11, 12 hearts, that can just be like 3 hits and you're dead sometimes.
Alright, she's gonna have to do this. She's got 7 hearts, she's got a fairy, but doesn't have the fire rod, unfortunately, to kill Mothula with, but
yeah, it looks
optimally,
like she's going for the master sort of spins to begin with.
Yeah, 4 of those needed clean shots.
Yeah.
So
the only problem with doing spins is like it's a lot harder to control your movement, which means that you might take some accidental hits. But she looks to be doing a pretty good job so far. Switching out to some spins here, or some slashes.
Okay, that was okay, she's gonna use her 1 fairy, which is fine. She may be in good shape. She also has the cape, and that might be something to think about.
With half magic and a full bar with magic, that's definitely.
You just spam swords, but
there we go.
Not gonna need it, so that was a really nice kill from her. Good strats, and small key to Eve Town.
That's nice to have before getting that big key. It looks like Slowpoke is making the play here in Agate Towers, so that's good news for them as well. They're going to get that Hera big key.
Have we checked Turtle Rock medallion? Okay, yeah, it's Bombo. So we do have that. I think she's going to check that now. This is good for her.
Looks like it, yeah. Do have some items in Turtle Rock in Logic at the moment as well. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's in Logic actually, depending on their small keys, but they're accessible at the release.
I wonder if she finds Eastern Palace here. Yet to see that, and I think that's about the open locations that we have not seen. I think Master Slowpoke checked the Ice Rod or Ice Palace entrance. Oh, and it's her. There's our first one. Great, that's the library.
Probably not going to be too sad about getting that. Probably going to get a little bit annoyed that they didn't get that earlier. Especially it would have been helpful in Skullwoods where we just were. Better late than never.
Absolutely. Especially for potentially having to do Cold Stare with the Master Sword and no Fire Rod. You know, there's definitely scenarios where that blue mail will definitely come in handy.
Yeah. So we'll see where Jinxy decides to head next. Slowpoke is almost through in the tower, but yeah, it's gonna have a pretty lengthy fight coming up here.
Yes, awaiting his 9 blue balls. I guess we can confirm it, but yes, he will get the same amount of blue balls as Jinxy, assuming he doesn't miss a single beam.
Looks like Jinx is heading into Mire, which is kind of unfortunate because we know there's nothing in here.
It's gonna give some time to Slowpoke to catch up here.
Yeah, Slowpoke kind of went into Mire as Jinxie went into Aga Tower, and now the roles are reversed.
So yeah,
So we're kind of gonna be like both losing the same amount of time in Mire.
Yeah, but he did go to Tower of Hera without that big key, so he's gonna have to go back there. That probably has lost him just a little bit of time, but this is definitely going to catch him back up. And let's see if the Jinxie does remember the hint about left side and see whether or not she goes to the left side. But that is not without limited to. I'm not sure if Slowpoke checked this middle chest.
I think he did. He only
did.
skipped the left side. Jinxie is not, so she must have not gotten that hint.
Okay.
Or maybe she did get a hint, and by grabbing this first item, she will remember it. Being like, wait a minute, I read this somewhere.
Map the Swamp Palace. Looks like she is going down. Okay.
I guess, didn't she leave a hint early on because she didn't have the money for it?
Yeah, that could have been the case.
Ooh, MasterSlowPoke missed one of the energy balls.
Oh no, okay, so he could get 15. Letting out his rage and trying to bomb Aga.
Yeah, he's going for slashes here, which the safer strat on Aga is used to do some spins in order to both protect you from the blue balls, but also have, like, if you make the timing correctly, just pretty easily get the blue ball or the energy balls in. Looks like he didn't get any extra blue balls for missing that energy ball, so still got 9 blue balls as well.
And he's probably going to be hightailing it off to Lumberjack, where he will then get his Tower of Hera big key. And in that case, probably just go back to Tower of Hera and finish it. But he will get the... Let's just see if he heads off to Magic Bat after that, getting his powder in Tower of Hera. And that would open up the Mire entrance for him. So this could really play well for MasterSlowPoke now.
Yeah, gonna lead them to the powder. She's gonna lead them to Quake. Gonna lead them to Ice Palace, and I think it's a pretty high chance that we might see both our runners just heading into Ice Palace at the same time.
At the same time, yeah. Yeah, I like this routing from Jinxie. I know that when you have keys going into the dungeon, you can definitely change, but pretty nice routing from her. It's just another small key to Dark Palace, so that definitely ensures them that Dark Palace has got something.
Yeah, she should have all 6 now, so
yeah, nothing
maybe
to worry
she'll
about
head
there.
back there before going to Ice Palace. She only has one more chest she could check there at the moment.
That would be a play if something was in fact there. So you see it all the time, and it happens. It definitely happened in a seed where there was an early pod play, and then but it was without big key, and going back there was the bow. So it was it can happen, and it will happen. What is that, Murphy's Law?
Yeah. Was it in the big chest?
It was in the big chest. I think you were in that race too. It was like a daily race.
Yeah, I think that we saw Master Slowpoke head back the pod and check the rest of those.
Oh, did we?
chests,
Okay.
So should only be the boss left, I think.
Okay.
So we can have 2 boss fights coming up here. Pretty much gonna just kill 1 boss that each runner has not done yet. It's gonna be the first crystal grab for Master Slowpoke, and Jinx is gonna get her first pendant, which is gonna be totally not required whatsoever, as we know pet is used on map.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what if Jinxie goes straight to Ice Palace and that ends up being the play. You know, she may pull ahead here. Obviously, Master Slowpoke still has to do the magic bat, get over there, and then we'll have to check because he currently doesn't know that Ice Palace is the Mire entrance yet. So we will see.
Yeah, unless there's a connector that takes us to the Dark Shopping Mall, then Ice Palace for sure seems to be the play.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how many sword spins this is. There it is. She's taking advantage, getting that double spin in there.
Yeah, I wonder if she... I'm not sure what would be faster, just going for the spins or slashes here. Slasher would definitely be safer, because I think it would hold her magic a bit longer, but she seems to be all good here.
Yep, she's fine. Yep, she already knows that that pendant is not required and pet is not required, so she's just gonna save and quit.
Yeah, that's a smart choice.
Well, she could have
just by muscle memory just pick it up.
She could have actually benefited from the magic refill, because now she's gonna have. Because she just used her potion.
Point. Yeah.
So maybe she goes to Turtle Rock and grabs some potion. Yep.
Oh.
Jeez. Heads up play there.
Okay, we did see the front. But no one has checked the chest though, right? We should go back in, Jinxie.
I wonder if she goes back. No, she's not. Yeah, she's thinking Ice Palace, and she's heading there right now, and then it's a good play. It's a good play. We'll see how long it takes for her to get back to Turtle Rock, and that could be nothing. So, I just don't know.
There's Quake for Master Slowpoke, which is gonna lead them straight to Ice Palace as well.
Oh, they're both going there at the same time, or he doesn't know that's Ice Palace. He's just gonna go there and open it up, find out. But yeah, we're seeing some convergence here. It's really, really cool, especially in entrance when everything can be so separated. So I guess in that way you can kind of call this seed pretty linear, and it's linear in that way.
Yeah, I mean, if in any seed that you last location something, it will end up being linear one way or another. So what do you think we're gonna get in here?
I'm thinking, I think Flippers. Flippers here leads to Bow.
Yeah, wouldn't unlock too much for us. Would unlock like pod, balls, and then the entrances in Dark Shopping Mall, which one of them surely has to be Eastern. So I guess that would be an additional 7 items for us. And it would also unlock that 1 chest in Small Palace so far.
We can definitely see. I could see being really trolly here, getting fire on Cold Stare.
setting in for a bomb jump here. Actually, interesting. We don't necessarily need to do the bomb jump because we do have the cane and the big key.
Getting the bomb jump, but I accidentally falling down. But she seems to have this under wraps. Does it again and gets it.
Yes, this is where the pretty much the meat of the dungeon starts. We've only seen one item so far. We have 7 more to uncover. We're gonna use the powder here. Jinxie has been very efficient in her use of the powder, which is an excellent safety item to have if you ever run low on health in these, especially these later Darkwood dungeons. There's plenty of bunny beams and anti-fairies, which you can use the powder in order to get fairies, either to just get a quick refill or just grab one in your bottle. And there's a fire rod.
Okay. Ooh, there it is, fire rod. Ooh, so that's Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and that's it's kind of better news for MasterSlowPoke than for Jinxie, because she does not have that big key yet. And I am very interesting on where that big key actually was. And there's the flippers as well.
That's like almost, we're really close to go modes here.
Yeah, we're like 1 small key for Swamp Palace and 2 big keys away from going now.
She was thinking about mirroring out whether or not she's going to gamble and just like, she knows this is a pendant, so not necessarily, it's not required.
Yeah, that would be one heck of a gamble.
We are still looking for Desert Palace Big Key, and Jinxie's still looking for Turtle Rock Big Key as well. If in fact Ganon's Tower is required, so we're gonna need that anyway. Alright, Slowpoke failing the bomb jump there to get off and check Ice Tea Room, but he's going head forth with checking the big key, or the big chest, and just getting a small key to Skullwoods.
Yeah. We got like a bomb jump high five there.
Yeah, it looks like...
Unfortunately, MasterSlowPoke kind of missed their bomb jump, but it won't be the end of the world. They can still get to the rest of the chest.
And we might be looking at a simultaneous boss fight. She's thinking about leaving.
Yeah, she's definitely.
And she's leaving.
Go for it.
It could be a smart play. Well, I mean, we'll see if this is it. Like, imagine Cold Stare having any big key that is super important. But for Jinxie, this opens up some stuff. Like, we're talking about, like, obviously finishing like the Turtle Rock Fire Rod lock locations, the back of Skullwoods entrance, and getting the bow, obviously, so pod as well. So I think she's looking to do that.
Yeah, the bow should certainly lead her back to pod to begin with, at least. She might be taking her time, just heading over to the Dark Shopping Mall as well, since she's in the area.
That's right. There's the 3 locations there. We're still looking for Eastern.
Yeah, one of them I'm pretty sure has to be Eastern at this point.
Yep, and that's exactly what she's doing. So really good routing plays from her.
Now MasterSlowPoke going for some of those threats as well, capturing fairies with the use of the powder. Let's see what's in the dark shopping mall. Hey, single arrow. We can use that now because we have the bow.
Well, we got a potion shop, and I think she's gonna buy some potions. Smart on her end. Meanwhile, we have a fight on Cold Stare.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a make or break moment for Jinxie, I think. If this is progression, it's not very good at all.
He's gonna be a little bit careful. He does have green mail, so one more hit will, and he's done. So we got to. Oh, that was close. But Fire Rod does gold sword damage, so hopefully he doesn't get hit by the clipped by the ice either. So
half magic certainly helping out here.
Oh, and he took the death. Oh no! Like he killed Gold Stare. Oh, he has a fairy, so he's
he's captured the fairy right.
I missed that, so. And I think it was just a rupee. Is what I saw, a red rupee. Yeah, I think I'm. Oh, we found there's Eastern Palace. Okay, which is okay. I think Slowpoke had seen that already, but yeah. Yeah, I'm actually watching Slowpoke's stream from his actual page. But it looks like Jinxie is doing. She must have the big key to Desert Palace. And I don't know if we missed it at some point.
Yeah, I can. I don't think she has it. According to her own tracker, even she doesn't have it. Well, maybe she just recently picked it up when we missed it. Yeah, she doesn't have the big key, so that's a bit unfortunate. It's not the biggest time sink ever, but it definitely doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
So she's probably gonna go to pod now and clear out that. I think that this might have been the spot where the big key for Tartark was in pod. In which case that would be excellent for Jinxie. She's have 9 out of 14 items. Yeah, so she'll get the rest. I believe according to our tracker, the Dark Maze had a Tartark big key. So she'll be able to get that and should be back on track and be able to go over to Tartark, which MasterSlowPoke is doing right now as well. So they're pretty much right next to each other in terms of progression right now. You're going to the boss first, and then probably just gonna head back in afterwards. So Slowpoke starting his fight, missing quite a lot of shots with ice right there, unfortunately.
Oh, he does have a green potion, so able to. He would be able to refill his magic.
Yeah, still only on the green mail, I believe. So it's gonna have to be a little bit careful from hits here as well, though. And there's a lot of ice here. That's a little bit rough. Yeah, some nice hits from above here.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Jinxie is starting her boss fight as well. Slowpoke going for the potion here, but needs to be super careful now.
No. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Just spamming the fire rod in order to take down the ice head, which is a good idea, and with so much ice, especially.
And Jinxie trying to get those hammer hits in there, and it's super hard. Very small box for that, but opting for the arrows instead. Just 8 arrows into the pearl, and down goes the Helmsaur.
Ooh, okay. Slowpoke. Gotta have to be super careful now. Okay, clutch it out. So we got a map from Helmsaur, and we got a compass from Trinex. But I believe that MasterSlowPoke will probably head straight back in here and check the front part of Turtle. He went straight for. Did he went straight for Laser Bridge when going to the boss? Or did he went up to the roller room first, right?
I think I'm not sure. I thought he did. I think I remember him going through that. I can't be sure though.
Oh, he came from the big chest. Okay.
Here's a big key to Turtle Rock.
Yes, that's good.
Jinx's
Then this will be his last checks in here. And yeah, Jinx should get the big key for Turtle Rock in here. There it is. So she's kind of back on track for that as well. And the rest of Turtle Rock has really nothing.
Alright. Jinxie's now going to get her, check the big key, the vanilla big key location. And it's just 50 rupees, and I'd imagine she, yeah, I imagine she goes and heads over to Turtle Rock now. Finishes that, having gotten that big key, and it's good that she got Helmsaur King out of the way. That's something that Slowpoke is probably going to do next, or very soon.
Looks like she's gonna go and do the front first, and then we'll see if she goes to maybe the big chest entrance. It would have been a little bit faster going there first, because after beating the boss, it just spits you out here in the front.
That's something nice about Turtle Rock in this mode.
So MasterSlowPoke's now gonna pick up that bow. Probably gonna see a pod and potentially see an Eastern first, but I think pod would kind of make sense because it's a crystal after all. But Eastern is definitely more items, so it's a little bit more likely to find progression in there.
Yeah, he hasn't seen Ice Palace yet, so he's gonna head over there now and.
I
Yeah, we'll see if he decides to do it.
See that, but he hasn't been to the Dark Shopping Mall though.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what was Eastern Palace again?
I think it was in the normal Ice Palace, like the vanilla entrance of Ice
That's
Palace.
right. That's right. I think he had seen it.
So you should have seen that. Jinxie is heading up to Death Mountain, which is where Lacerbridge is. So that means she's gonna have to actually do a third trip into Turtle Rock after this if she wants to get all of the items.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, that spin speed kind of by mistake jump down. It kind of happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think. So we haven't seen any other swords. We haven't seen the silvers. I'm thinking that might be in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, at this point, I'm guessing like a lot of stuff is used in Ganon's Tower.
But considering that Ganon's Tower might not be even required, that may troll us a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of all depends on where that desert big key is. And we haven't seen the first just in Swamp yet as well. That could be something. Who knows? It could even be vanilla.
I think we're also still looking for that Thieves Town big key. Is that? I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we're only looking for keys at this point. 2 big keys, one for Feast Town, one for Desert, and then the small key for Swamp Palace.
All right.
Into Eastern we go for
for Slowpoke.
And quite likely we'll see progression in here. Don't think, did we ever see any of the runners do Spike Cave? I don't think so. Oh, there's a big key for Desert. Okay, that'll Ganon's Tower, so that's
what a fun for him.
To have a rest. Yeah, he's used to leaving. That makes sense. I think just go to pod and go do Desert, head to Ganon's Tower and see if you can get the last 2 keys.
Oh, nice. Okay, Jinxie was running out of magic there, but was able to get the Firehead, enough Ice Rod shots. Yeah, he's going. Yeah, I bet Slowpoke figures that there's going to be a lot in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty much hoping his Thieves Down big key there. So. Yeah, so Thieves Down big key. I'd imagine. Let's see. At this point for Jinxie, I'd say Eastern Palace is really her only play. I think she's checked everything else.
Yeah, she still has 2 items here in Turtle Rock she could check.
Oh, that's right. The big key and the roller room keys. So, interesting. Because have we found Swamp yet?
Yes, but I don't actually remember where it was, but we did see it quite early.
Yeah, because that should be open for both of them as well. So, items in Ganon's Tower, items in Swamp Palace.
Oh, and Jinxie is gonna go check this back entrance for Skull Woods, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see what, at this point, she's still looking for.
I don't believe that fall was on purpose, because I don't think this spits her out in the back. Oh, it does. Okay, never mind. I'm just have a bad memory apparently.
Okay, moment of truth. She grabbed the hint here.
Not even a good hand. Not even close. So MasterSlowPoke gonna go do Desert before heading to Gannis Tower. I think that makes a lot of sense. And just in case one of those keys you're looking for is on Helmasaur, you don't have to full clear entire Gannis Tower. You might actually head to Skullwoods after this as well.
That's right. We
Clear that out before going to Gannis Tower.
Mm-hmm. Jinxie's heading back up towards Bumper Cave. I'm trying to remember what was back up here. Maybe this was where Swamp was. It is in fact yeah, if she does in fact find the Thieves' Town Big Key in Swamp Palace, it'd be really, really good for her. I imagine that Slowpoke would go to Ganon's Tower after this, looking for that big key.
Yeah, at this point, it seems quite likely she have to go to Eastern, which it looks like she is actually doing that.
Okay.
She's gonna get that big key, and she might actually be the first runner to go into Gannis Tower then, because she only needs to clear Desert, while Slowpoke might still do Skullwoods first.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of whether or not Jinxie would leave or decide to keep going and maybe bank on that Thieves' Town big key being here.
Yeah, if I was in this position, I would totally leave as well. I think, and just go to Gannis Tower. Seems quite unlikely that nothing will be there. A little bit of a pause for Jinxie, and it looks like she has decided to leaving. You have the mirror, Jinxie. You can mirror out.
Mirroring would be fast. You have to mirror out anyway.
Looks like she just remembered, but now she's close enough that it's just worth it to run out.
Just the mirror and Desert Palace is really, really close
yeah,
here.
It's gonna be very quickly to get over to Desert from here. Just take that portal. Very convenient in that sense. And both of our runners have already beaten Aga, so that's gonna make things a little bit more convenient with the big bomb as well.
All right, Jinxie, go ahead and into the back of Desert Palace again. Actually, she's just forgetting that she has done this already without the big key. She gets to go back here, and everything is set for her. So it's not really that much time.
That seems like muscle memory kicking in.
Absolutely, I always catch myself doing it as well. And I'm trying to think of where Slowpoke is heading.
Yeah, this seems like an interesting place to go. Maybe it's going for the back of Skullwoods too? Oh, lighting the torches. I was kind of confused for a while too. I was like, why is nothing happening? Right, we already did that too. That's Lamo's down.
Okay, so yeah, it does.
Is what, 5th crystal? She needs 2 more. MasterSlowPoke has 4. He just needs to do Skullwoods, and they're all catched up on that. In that sense.
Okay, so I imagine she's gonna go grab and take it all the way.
3 as well. Wasn't the bomb shop up on Dark Death Mountain?
That's what I thought. Maybe she thought it was here. Maybe she's looking for Swamp Alice. Which is also not a bad play.
There is that scary thought that like every once in a while you do forget to mark something. She seems to be double checking a lot of entrances right now. So that might be something that's happening right now, which would be quite unfortunate. But yeah, MasterSlowPoke is also checking like entrances, so I'm a little bit confused what's going on at the moment. Maybe there's a potential, maybe both of them has. I'm not 100% sure exactly where it is. This connector though puts him very close to where the bomb shop
is. I thought it was in the light.
I'm not actually sure if he ever saw the bomb shop, did he?
Yeah, I can't confirm that.
I know Jinxy did, but I'm not sure about MasterSlowPoke, which would make sense why he's checking new entrances at the moment. But he's okay. She's very close to it now. It's right there, but in the dark world. And MasterSlowPoke will, if he continues on this track, get to it very closely as well. So MasterSlowPoke is at this point probably gonna find Skullwoods first. I know he did find it earlier, but if he's double checking stuff as well, he's definitely gonna run by it.
I'm trying to remember where was the back of Skullwoods?
It was up at Hera, so it kind of works in his favor here because he's gonna be able to just clear that out and then jump down, check entrances, and find a bomb shop.
Yeah, I'm interested. I don't think he saw the bomb shop. I figured that would be the first place he checks.
And Jinxy looks like she is about to find a bomb shop right now.
Alright.
And MasterSlowPoke is not going to be far behind.
Yeah, he's going to the bomb shop too. Okay, but yeah, obviously he hasn't. I guess he hasn't seen the back of Skullwoods. Maybe he has, but he's still skipping it.
Yeah, maybe he has.
Interested.
I want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did have a bit of technical difficulties earlier, so it's hard to say 100% if he did see that or not. So Jinxy remembering she has killed Aga. Looks like, yeah, MasterSlowPoke remembering that too. Ganon's Tower, okay. Put your guesses in. Where is the big key gonna be? Not Ganon's Tower big key, but we're gonna have to find a feast on big key and Swamp small key. And it seems quite likely it's gonna be somewhere in here. Now let's see. They both have 2 small keys, which is enough to full clear the entire Ganon's Tower. So if that's something they will have to do, then they won't have to worry about keys as long as they use them in a responsible fashion. And I think at this point it's would not be a big surprise if we even find some vanilla small keys in here. There's those silvers, so no silvers today.
Yeah, that's perfect for her.
Male upgrade, that's probably better for Slowpoke than for... No, actually Slowpoke just picked up his blue mail, so they're both going to be in red mail.
Wow, it's actually quite a trip that they are neck and neck right now.
Yeah.
Although with Skullwoods only being the only difference. Oh, there's small key. To get in tower.
Makes sense. Last one is. Would be surprised if like the last one is in here too, or maybe in Eastern. But they definitely have enough small keys at this point. They could even use one by mistake and still have enough. We're not finding the progression though, but we still have plenty left to go. Quite likely we'll get another sword in here as well, which would be nice. Having Tempered Sword instead of Master Sword on Ganon is definitely something that you would prefer to have. Heart. Green rupee, bottle. I think that's the last bottle. And yeah, okay. Most of Ganon's tower is gonna be pretty much trash at this point, since we're only looking for 2 items. So it's not surprising that we haven't found like a lot of good stuff yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where Swamp Palace was.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of why they wouldn't maybe want to try to go there first.
Well, the thing is, they don't have the small key, so it's just like 1 item. But yeah, it's a pretty quick item to get.
Yeah, I thought they had this small key somewhere.
Yeah.
You're right. Makes sense. So we're still looking for that too.
Yeah, that and the big key for a feast town. So there are only 2 missing components at this point. We're taking the same route in Ganon's tower. Nothing really good on the left side. Well, silvers are good, but nothing that's hard required in terms of beating the sea.
We still could see an item at the Lost Woods Thief in the pyramid. So that could in fact be either the small key or the Thief's Town big keys. So.
And at this point, they both left Eastern. And at this point, I would probably climb Ganon's tower and just like go all in on that gamble. You left Eastern for a reason. Yep,
yeah, and go follow through with it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised to see both our runners maybe climbing. It depends. If they get like the Swamp small key, they might just head to Swamp first instead. That would make a lot of sense. But if they get like nothing here on the right side as well, then I think going to climb is a pretty legit way of doing it.
Yeah, it's interesting because we still have Sash Rala. I don't know if we got a hint about Green Pendant, but Eastern Palace is completable, and that Green Pendant could be either one of those items. And it does look like Slowpoke is leaving, so that is really interesting. I wonder if he's going to go back to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, he didn't even do the right side.
Right side.
So that's kind of surprising. Maybe looks to be double checking stuff, so maybe he's looking for Swamp Palace. Blue key, small key, to Swamp Palace.
To Swamp Palace, oh my gosh.
Ganon's tower required. There's another small key required.
That is really good for her. So if she gets out of here and decides to do Swamp Palace.
Really bad news actually for Slowpoke, who actually decided to leave before doing the right side, and
oh no,
I don't know what happened there. She accidentally.
She got the clip there that you can actually clip all the way to outside Aga 2 that way. That was accidental. Happens.
Saved and quit, so
yeah.
Get rid of that. Yeah, That used to be one of my fears when I started playing this game. I was like, what if I accidentally do a glitch and I don't even know how to do when I'm running the game?
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes these things are accidental. The game is coded so well to our loving desire of glitches.
So she is heading to East F Mountain.
I imagine.
So I'm gonna have to assume that Swamp Palace was over here then.
Yeah. Okay, so she's still trying to look for it, I guess.
There's Spike Cave. Did we do Spike Cave? I guess we did, because we're not doing it now.
Oh, she's still looking for it.
Yeah, this is like, I would definitely say Jinxie is in the lead. But it's definitely anyone's game, especially since both our runners seems to have a little bit of an issue remembering some of those earlier entrances.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's double checking locations here. Yeah, so just really good tracking can cost you. Can really help you or can cost you a race.
Yeah, and it's especially in a race setting when you're racing someone 1 versus 1. It's I would say from my own experience at the release, I'd say it's very easy to just like sometimes mismark something or just like skip marking something in the moment. The heat of the moment, you have a lot of stuff to do. You want to save as much time as possible, and you're just like, yeah, I'll mark that later. And then later on, you're like, oh, where is it?
Yeah, and it also really depends on the amount of tracking you have. It's kind of like sometimes you'll find a location and then you'll have to track it on your map tracker. And then if you're someone like me, I use an extra tracker for locations, chest locations, and so you have to mark that off. And then you also have to mark your item tracker off. So there's like 3 things to do, and sometimes you just don't have time to remember all that in the moment. Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a very frustrating mode, or not mode, but like position to find yourself in when you're just looking for something you knew you already found. Yeah, they seem to be kind of looking at the same type of entrances at the moment. Because I want to say that, yeah, it was quite early that they found it, so...
And we got confirmation that Swamp Palace is a Spike Cave entrance?
Oh no, so they were like so close to it.
Yeah, maybe she was definitely close to it.
In which case, MasterSlowPoke should be
Spike Cave entrance
finding
is
it
Turtle Rock.
quite soon. Spike Cave is Turtle Rock? Oh, okay.
Maybe it was the first check in the game. That's where
it was early.
Jinxie's headed right now. Or maybe they haven't seen it. I'm trying to think.
I want to say we've definitely seen it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was quite this early, but it was like in the early stages of the game. And since they were both looking at entrances that they definitely have checked before, it would definitely seem like they both have found it before. MasterSlowPoke might actually not even be looking for Swamp at this moment. He might be looking for Skullwoods, which he is actually super close to, but he's just fluted away. Oh no. Slowpoke was so close because it's at Hera, is where Skullwoods is. Okay, this entrance has been a long time since we've seen. It's just a bush guy. Maybe Lumberjack House?
Yeah, Lumberjack House.
Or something close to like South Shore? Lumberjack is a connector apparently.
Actually, I remember
Master
that.
Slowpoke is gonna take a moment and just be like clearing out this dungeon, hopefully finding some progression while
thinking
of where
Yeah.
this could be. Is this where Swamp is? The Light World? No, that's not. That would have been a funny place to have it though.
Well, this might be good for Slowpoke. He may find the Thieves Down Big Key here.
Yeah, like this could totally still be required. We're
Yeah.
still looking for one key before we have no mode.
But yeah, I guess he doesn't remember where Skullwoods, the back of Skullwoods is as well. He was just on the mountain. Just gonna see if it's this. Might be right. No.
Using a bomb quite nicely there in order to... Oh, there's a big key for Feast on in Eastern. Oh, geez.
In like the very next chest. And so he's in go mode. No, he
has not found that swamp yet.
So we're in no mode. Okay.
Yeah.
But our runners seem to be lost right now, and this could go in any way.
Yeah, for sure. This is
whoever remembers first, whoever finds it first, and they have time. They don't know it, but they do have it.
Yeah. So Jinxie needs to go back to Eastern. Slowpoke needs to go back to Gannis Tower, and then they both need to find Swamp again, and Slowpoke also needs to find Skullwoods again. That's the position that we're into at the moment. So let's see. I think this is a connector that leads to the top of Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain.
I'm trying to think of where we haven't checked.
Yeah. I bet Master Slowpoke got like that pause when he opened that chest and it was a small key. It's like, oh, is this Swamp? No, it's not. Afraid not.
No, it's he got a small key to Gannis Tower, which may, get him to get back into Gannis Tower.
That's the last key for
and then he'd be the first player in go mode, just trying to find some entrances.
That's not it. Hype Cave. It's not it. Gonna mirror here. Check the light road portion of it. Oh, and Tempered Sword from Armos. So that's a nice pickup for Slowpoke. So I don't believe it's over at this area. I want to say we found it. Definitely found Swamp before the hammer. But who can tell at this point?
Yeah, if we don't know where it is. Oh, it's. I must have missed where Tempered Sword was.
I was on Arma's Night.
On Arma's Night, so that's definitely a nice fight for him.
Yeah, quite unlikely Jinx will pick that up because she will be in go mode before heading there. We're seeing that light shopping mall here. One of these was a connector. She's only checking one of them, so she has to be sure about the others too, I imagine. So MasterSlowPoke is gonna clear the Feast, which makes sense. Gonna have to clear this dungeon,
and while he thinks,
as far as he knows, yeah, this could totally lead him to go mode, as far as he knows. Another small key found there for MasterSlowPoke. I'm not gonna find the right small key until they go back to Gannis Tower though. Jinxy's gonna check some of these eastern entrances. I don't quite remember what this was, so maybe this is it.
Alright, checking the pod entrance, and I remember that being just a chess game.
Yeah, we'll see what Eastern holds for us.
I'm trying to remember if it was TR Bridge at all, like the Vanilla Mimic Cave entrance.
I think we found a connector to Mimic Cave, like the light world version of it. Going over to the Meyer area. Yeah, this is super unfortunate. Like, whatever Swamp is, like, Jinxy has, like, double-checked a large portion of all the entrances now already. And for each entrance you check and don't find it, like, the more and more frustrating and stressing it becomes.
Really stressing for both, even.
Yeah, I mean, MasterSlowPoke is probably going to be in that mode again now as well. Might have had some time to think about it while doing this dungeon, so maybe we'll see him go back to Gannis Tower, who knows. Seems to not be fluting, so he's probably going to start checking some entrances, maybe. He's heading over here. I know one of these were pod, but the one that you lift up the rock, maybe that could be it. Nope.
That's not it.
So So something we haven't seen in a while, I guess, is like Dark World around Dark Sanctuary and all that, maybe. Or just Village of Outcasts in general.
I remember the graveyard ledge led to just another place in Dark World as well. I forgot about King's Tomb. I don't think that was anything either.
Yeah, I don't think any of the bonk or like Boots entrances really had anything important. Maybe she's gonna do some of the mirror locations here, it looks like. Mirror to Race Game, mirror to K45. And one positive thing potentially from all of this is that if she keeps not finding it, maybe she'll take a break and just head to Eastern, just like MasterSlowPoke did. Because that would put her in go mode in terms of all the items and keys she needs. She would only need to find entrances after that, but yeah, you're still in that position of you actually need to find them again.
Yeah, absolutely. If she does get that Thieves Sound Big Key, she could just go mode Swamp Palace. And I imagine that's what both these guys, both these runners will do.
Yeah, but like Incoherent just mentioned in chat, it definitely makes sense. She wants to find Ice Swamp Palace first because there's 10 items in there, just like compared to 6 in Eastern.
Absolutely true. She's gonna have to, like, whether she does Eastern Palace now or later, she's gonna have to find Swamp Palace. But it could give her some time to think.
Potion Shop was desert. I don't remember where the connectors here led to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too.
Meanwhile, Jinxie is checking connectors as well.
How about the okay, so the Bumper Cave, like mirror from Bumper Cave, like that entrance? Do we remember that was?
That was you had to take the connector at the archery game, I believe. Which was like Spiral Cave or something like that. And yeah, right, that was Turtle Rock.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Entrance.
Jinxie trying to, yeah. Yeah, all I can think of is Turtle Rock Bridge. At this point, I feel like she has checked everything else.
Could it be like the Vanilla Spiral Cave, maybe?
Yeah, well, I remember her checking that, and I don't think it was anything, but I'm still thinking it's the actual Mimic Cave entrance, unless anyone... Okay, so we got...
we're gonna see them quite
we'll
soon,
find out.
Yeah.
This is it. Oh no, it's
that
just
was one of
Turtle
the
Rock, right? Okay. Alright, so let's find out if he's gonna head towards the... Is he not gonna head towards the other side? Okay, here we go. Okay, check this. Okay, that was the faux ice rod cave. Is he gonna mirror there? Okay, here we go. Vanilla. Is he gonna go in there?
He's floating. So must be certain that's not it. But at this point, I would use double. If you're double
like
checking
this-
the higher wall, might as well double check that too.
This is where GynxyGirl's going. Okay, this is actual.
Oh, that was actually okay. That's kind of funny.
Oh, and this was Hookshot Cave. So I remember some of this.
Yeah, Hookshot Cave took you to the Dark World.
Mm-hmm.
That took you to like the actual entrance of Vanilla Swamp.
Yeah, what are they missing?
So did we see the bomb shop guy? That entrance?
Shop guy. Or Cave 45.
Yeah.
We saw that. I might have to pull out a map tracker myself to try to remember.
So there is you're actually allowed to go back in your own VOD and check your own game feed from earlier in the match.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not.
It doesn't look like any of our runners are going for that quite yet.
It is interesting, though. I don't know that.
Yeah, like, what do we even have left to double check at this point? Top of Paradox is apparently a swamp, according to Residador. That's really unfortunate. Jinxie passed by that several times, but only checked the Dark World entrance.
I remember she checked the Dark World entrance one twice. Like twice in a row. Maybe that registered.
Yeah. Okay, so we know what we're looking at then. Jinxie needs to get up there, and also needs to go back to Eastern, while MasterSlowPoke needs to go back to GT and also find Swamp again there, and also find Skullwoods, which is also at the top of that mountain. So Jinxie has done several trips up the mountain, double checking stuff. See, that could like maybe lead her to not go up there again, but at the same time she's double checked a lot of stuff down here as well. She double checked almost everything except for Swamp, it feels like at this point. And MasterSlowPoke is making good progress of almost double checking everything too. Okay, so taking out the flute and going to 2. That's gonna lead into desert.
Maybe she's thinking the TR bridge. Which is kind of closer. Kind of close to where she needs space. So maybe she does take that connector up there at that point and decides to mirror out and check it. She's so close to it, she can see it.
She's gonna be a light roll Mimic Cave, and she can like literally see the entrance from here.
Yeah,
but we can't get to it from here.
It's true.
She doesn't know that that's the place she needs to go. Flute to 1. Jinxie, you need to flute to 1. And MasterSlowPoke, you need to
also flute to 1.
Yeah, or right there at the pyramid, double checking entrances. So was actually literally next to Gannis Tower.
Yeah, he's
I can't imagine how stressful this must be for both of these runners. They must be thinking, "Oh, my opponent is going to be done any moment now."
But also at the same time, we're at about 3 hours and 10 minutes in, and no one has finished. So it almost is like, my opponent must be going through the same thing.
Yeah,
because it seemed like it progressed pretty well for both of these players. Just this last couple locations eluding them.
Jinxie is standing still at the moment. Might be okay. I was thinking like maybe she's going back into her blood now, but she seems to be floating to 4. MasterSlowPoke opening up Mire again, but it was already open by muscle memory. Just used quick anyways. Found nice pass again, but yeah, they're basically just going through every single entrance. But somehow they both managed to miss like the ones they're looking for. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, she's been on to triple checking locations.
Yeah.
Even so, it must be triple as frustrating. Even going through this game going through this mode, going through it 3 times.
I would say major props to both of these runners, like not giving up. They're gonna find it.
Yeah.
And as long as like your opponent is not done, the race is not over. There's been many crazy moments where a runner was in a position where they possibly should not have been able to finish it, but everything can happen. And it looks like both of these runners are in that mindset, which is good. Like no matter how long it takes to find this entrance, as long as the race is not done, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where is Slowpoke going? Back to 6 again. Feels like he just checked these. Jinxie is going where? In Ganon's Tower? Oh no, might be climbing Ganon's Tower now. She had enough of this. She has to find one more item anyways. And she's gonna gamble it on the top of Ganon's Tower. Which is unfortunately not the correct one. She will need to go into Eastern to get her last key. So this definitely gives MasterSlowPoke some time to potentially catch up here, or well, take the lead maybe. At this point I would say no one is in the lead because both of our runners are a little bit lost, so it's more of a like question of who finds their missing entrances first.
Mm-hmm. All right, JC going through the gauntlet here. She still could find another sword up here. It either could be up here or in Swamp Palace. But yeah, you know, this check could just be. She's still looking for the Thieves' Bicky, so for all she knows, it could be up here. So doing this, maybe going to Eastern Palace after this to think on it a little bit, and I'm sure she's thinking about it right now. Where's that entrance?
So she's making good progress in the gauntlet here. Just one more shot here on the land walls, and she will be a good way up. Maybe like consolation prize. The best thing would be getting like a sword here, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because might not be getting that sword from Eastern.
Yeah, especially if she's gonna get the big key in that third chest in Eastern Palace. That's her go mode item, so I don't see her getting that sword.
So let's see where this spits out MasterSlowPoke. Okay, no, he goes back in. No, you're right there. You're right next to both of your entrances. Oh no, that's...
Don't fall. Oh.
Oh no. That was it. It's so close. Big key was that's good.
I'm sure she was like, oh, is this the big key?
Oh yeah,
You just go once.
for sure.
Oh my goodness. Maybe she finds Ether in here. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, literally. Hey, there you go.
Well,
Yo, we're full percent. We're 100% in this.
yeah.
Just need that 20 hearts as well, and last sword.
Yeah. Yeah. So for all we know, she could find Swamp Palace, and she would full clear Swamp Palace.
Oh, okay. So here's Swamp Palace.
There it is. He found it.
But he doesn't have the small key yet.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he's gonna be checking his first chest, praying to see a small key, but it's just a map for Ganon's tower.
So that might remind him.
The door. No rings.
But he still needs to find Skull Woods.
Yeah, got a map for Ganon's tower, dude. That's gotta lead you back to Ganon's tower.
But Skull Woods entrance is
Skull Woods is right next up.
Not far.
And he's
floating. No.
You're so close. You just need to pass the bridge. No. He's going back to Ganon's tower.
And he's gonna get
That's gonna lead him back up to swamp again.
Yeah, and then he might find it afterwards.
Yeah.
So this may not be bad.
So this is Slowpoke is making some real progress here now.
Yes.
Gotta be doing right side before timing, right?
Yep.
I'll see a run where you would ever go upstairs first. So, this is gonna be go mode very soon for Slowpoke. But it's gonna be a little bit of a different go mode than we're used to, because he's still gonna need to refine Skull Woods, but he's in the best position ever to find it after beating Swamp Palace.
Yep.
And Jinxie is about to get the bad news that climbing Ganon's tower is not required.
Yeah.
And the Gypdos is just like, they're wrecking shop here. It's a full-fledged party over here, but now they're dead. Party's over. Time to get that smoky.
Okay. Here it is, so, 3 hours, 20 minutes, 57 seconds. We are now in item go mode. Item and key go mode.
Yeah, and Jinxie is going to Eastern, it looks like. So she will actually get in item go mode too.
Yeah, I know, soon.
It's gonna be super close to each other.
And I guess at this point she could... Yeah.
Double checking this entrance first.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, MasterSlowPoke. No. Okay, yeah, he's going up to. Okay, he's going up to this one. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought she's gonna start double checking entrances again.
She's definitely gonna do Thieves Town. She gets to go mode it. She might try to find look for a sword, but I imagine she just mirrors out after finding.
That makes sense.
Big key here, but he's definitely in a better position. He does have the better sword. He can do swamp. He's in go mode. Doesn't have to check any items here.
Yeah, so we'll probably see MasterSlowPoke just like full on go mode here. Already seen them skip one chest and about to skip the rest. Jinxie is just like one room away from being in go mode as well, and just needs to find swamp after that. So this could be potentially really close. There's the big key.
All right, here we go.
And she is still going. Don't think there's like nothing she can find. Oh, she's checking the hint at least. But yeah, there's nothing she can find that would unlock any more entrances. Okay, she used to check that one chest to see if she could get a sword. And it's now gonna head over to Feast Town. Then it's gonna have to find Swamp. And it's gonna be a moment of truth soon. Not quite yet, but as soon as MasterSlowPoke is done in Swamp, will he pass the bridge over to Hera or not? Oh, and yeah, clarification. When I say Hera, I mean that's the vanilla entrance that they need to find, but the dungeon is actually the back of Skullwoods. Okay, so Jinxie is heading towards the top here of Feast Town. MasterSlowPoke is going in to the boss fight, gonna get their 6th crystal. They're both in their 6th crystal dungeon, actually. Temper Sword definitely helps on this fight. Go for silvers here on the second phase. Just need 1 hit. Unfortunately, that missed, but there we go. And now, okay, what's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
This is a very important moment for you, Slowpoke. MasterSlowPoke. Are you gonna go left to Hera? Or are you gonna float, or are you gonna jump down?
What will he do?
And looks like
he's thinking. Don't flute. Go left. He's fluting.
No. He's pausing though.
Left.
Definitely taking a moment to think this over.
Oh, this could be really close. You know, if he keeps spending time, maybe Jinxie and
like
gets finished.
So
she's only got Master Sword.
Yeah, that's a big point actually. Master Sword fight as well, and also the fact that we had a little bit of an issue there in the beginning. So
yes,
we have that in mind as well. And no, he's floating away. Where are you floating? To number 3. No, that's oh my god. This could definitely tie it up or like make it closer. Because if he would have gone to Skullwoods there, then MasterSlowPoke would have been in a prime position to take this race. And now, who can tell?
Who can tell at this point?
So that's the 6th crystal for Jinxie as well. Oh jeez. Finds both of the Smith there. All happy and just relaxing at home while MasterSlowPoke still needs to go around and do the dirty business here. But it's floating up to 1. So we're getting we're getting close.
Okay, here it is.
Making all of these entrances.
This is the moment of truth.
Jinx is gonna take the back entrance here at the old man. It's gonna lead her to Kakariko Village, but if she takes that Paradox Connector as well, that could be the way that leads her to Swamp Palace.
So look at that Slowpoke is checking locations here up in the mountain. He's very close to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing he has to check. He's skipping that. I think he knows what that is, but okay. He's close.
Oh, okay. Taking the
he's heading there.
This is looking promising.
Okay, he's mirroring.
Yeah, this is it, I think.
This has to be it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours and 28 minutes. We are finally in location mode, and for good measure, he's bombosing this room.
You get bombos, you gotta go now. You're finally found it.
He's bombosing. Yeah, but even with the issue in the beginning, you know, like there's still that. So there's gonna be a time readjustment. So we'll see what happens. He is close to that 20th heart.
Dropping down to the Mothla fight here. Gets in some good hits with the Temper Sword. Not all of them counting, but just need 4 of them to actually stick.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just need 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, it can be a little misleading. Sometimes Mothula doesn't flash even when you hit him. All right, and we are heading to Ganon now. Ganon was at Lost World.
Yeah, I believe it was.
So, yeah, he's gonna be our first runner into Ganon. So we'll see how many warps he gives us.
Yeah, if he has any similarities to what Haggett did, then it's gonna be quite a fight.
Taking the long way around, but there's no wrong way to Ganon.
Okay, so into Ganon's Tower, or not Ganon's Tower, Ganon we go. Gonna need 12 hits on phase 1, 12 hits on phase 2. So, going with the cape here. Why not? You have half magic, and you have silver, so you're not gonna have to worry about silverless. Might as well use what you have been given, right? Also have red mail and plenty of hearts, so don't really need to be too afraid. Even if you do take a couple of hits, it should be fine. Into phase 3 already, and we have done 2 of the required hits. We need to do this 2 more times. That's one of them. And oh no, that was actually the last one. Never mind.
Jinxie's checking the mountain again.
Yeah, she's close. She's finding the answer, but she's going to East Death Mountain. And that's our second silver hit. Third silver hit, we need 1 more.
All right, and this is it. That's
Ganon down.
all right. All right. He is taking the connector up. And GG's to Slowpoke for finishing at 3 hours, 33 minutes, 28 seconds. Something close to that. There she is. She's going to check it. She just... GG's to Jinxie.
And there it is.
There it is. And I has seen that dot done, but I think she's going to go and finish this.
Yeah, I mean, after this, I totally would. You've come this far, and you finally found it.
It's... yeah. Like, I don't know how much time elapsed in the beginning. I don't know that that will matter. 5 minutes. Yeah. I'd say this takes about a couple minutes in go mode to do. And then Master Sword Ganon, well, I don't know. Might not. It really depends.
It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Maybe check some of the easy chests here in order to get a temper sword.
Get another sword. She has until 3:38:25. Okay. Yeah, this is a really unique situation that we have for this race. It's like she's beating the clock now.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an unfortunate situation. Definitely gonna have to overlook something, so this scenario is not something that can happen again.
But yeah, it is a pretty good reminder to always have the IRC open, because I like to close it too, because of the window space. I don't have that much window space with all the trackers I have, so it is a good reminder to keep that open at all times for sure.
Quick swap to the mirror there first. That was a bit scary.
I'm missing a little bit with the arrows, but then gets it. Well, it looks like we're joined by MasterSlowPoke.
Hello, you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, GG.
No, thank you. No, that I wouldn't say that's GG, but that's G for sure.
I mean, you had us at the edge of our seats. I mean, both you guys did. It was really all about who was gonna find that location first.
Yeah, for some reason I had it marked down as dam, so it wasn't popping up on my thing when I was looking for Swamp Palace.
I see. Yeah, both you and Jinxie were looking for Swamp Palace for quite some time.
That's crazy.
Staying there. Yeah, and so you both left Eastern after finding that big key.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then you left Ganon's Tower before getting the small key for Swamp. And
I figured that the Ganon's Tower was like at the end of everything, so yeah, I figured there was nothing in there.
Yeah, so we ended up.
I knew I missed Swamp somewhere.
Yeah, we ended up with both of you like searching for the dungeons while still missing one item each from a different area that both of you left.
No, it was good though. I'm sorry my connection was really bad at the beginning there. Did it end up looking pretty good after the bitrate change?
Yeah, after the change, it definitely floated on well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on this seed?
People, not that's counting me, not tracking where the things were. It kind of was like one big fetch quest because you went straight from like, I don't even remember now, but there's just like a chain of like large keys that would go one dungeon, get the large key, go to the next dungeon, get the next item I need for the next, and it's pretty good other than that.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of points in the race where you guys kept meeting up. One of those points was Aga won and getting that Tower of Hera key in Lumberjack. You guys sort of met there, and it kind of separated from that point on again. But you guys were both in Ice Palace at the same time, Ganon's Tower at exactly the same time, having checked the same things. So it was really close up to that point, and then obviously for you guys were searching for that last location, both you guys. So it just so happened that way.
It's just crazy that we both missed Swamp Palace.
And even for you, were you you were still looking for Skull Woods at some point? And
I was looking for both Skull Woods in that one. I had what happened was I marked Hera as the front of Desert Palace, which was Ganon's Tower.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I clicked on the wrong world when I marked that one. So I was just going through. I was like, wait a second, probably Desert Palace isn't Hera. That was Ganon's Tower, and then that's where it was.
Yeah, it's easy mistakes that can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it must have been super stressful. Just like
for sure.
Checking and almost triple check.
I checked IRC like 50 times while I was running around.
Yeah.
I think I ended up checking Kakariko like 4 times, just to be sure.
Yeah, same with Jinxie. She checked the entire map, I think 3 or 4 times. It was really unfortunate.
It just sucks because the top of Death Mountain was really hard to get to this seed, so I guess neither of us ended up checking it until the very end. It looks like she finished.
Yeah, she is on the last phase here on Ganon. She never got the Temper Sword because Feast on Big Key was her go mode. So
makes sense, yeah.
Master Sword fight here. It looks like she just killed Ganon. Get your GGs in for Jinxie as well.
Yeah, really sticking it through and maybe checking some locations 4 or 5 times even is not fun. I tell you.
Yeah,
GG.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I checked the dark lumberjack room like 6 times. For some reason, I really thought that had something in it.
Sometimes you never know. It just like you're just praying that it could change. That 6th time, you're like, please be Skullwoods.
Especially because I guess I must have had it confused with earlier race because I thought I had died in there with like 3 hearts really early. So I kept checking early game spots looking for it, and obviously I'd never been in it.
It sounds like we're joined by Jinxie as well. GG's.
GG, Jinxie.
Thank you. So I lost Swamp Palace for a little bit.
Don't worry, I did too.
Yeah, I couldn't remember even seeing it, and so it was a thing.
What made you go there in the end?
I didn't. I was just checking through everything on my thing, and I had the Super Bunny cave that it didn't have anything important in it. So I was like, oh, maybe that's what it was. I went and checked it, and then I was like, wait a second. I had it marked down that I checked the Light World version, and it said "damn" on it. So
I see. How about you, Jinxie? what compelled you to go back to the
Because when I realized that, because I had been looking for swamp for a while because, you know, flippers were so required. So I knew like that I didn't see it. And then when I kind of checked everywhere, I was like, oh gosh, I did see it somewhere apparently. And I had erased my map in the beginning, and that kind of threw me off. And then I think I just mismarked some stuff. But yeah, so then I just started full clearing everything I could, because there's like they're gonna be tired to see me just run into different buildings. So I just went up GT and I went to Eastern, which turned out to be a good idea. But where were the swords? I felt like I cleared everything.
Yeah, so there was actually one sword in Eastern on the boss, and we don't know where the last sword is. Probably somewhere in Swamp.
Yeah, but it'd have to be. Or the top of the Ganon's Tower.
There were none on the top of Ganon's Tower, I don't think. It was actually...
there was not.
Yeah, Jinxie checked the top of Ganon's Tower. I'm thinking there was probably in like left side Swamp.
That has to be it then.
Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, that's where that was. I mean, at either point, guys, you didn't see a dot done. Were you guys thinking like, maybe my opponent is trying to find this too, or you guys were?
That's what I figured. I was thinking either that, or my IRC had crashed and I was just running blind and I wasn't even online anymore at this point.
I looked for a while, and then I just was like, you know what, that's it. I've already lost. There's no way. So I just started, you know, fooling around, like doing GT and Eastern, because I didn't want to give you guys like a blank screen to commentate on. And then I just had a feeling it was up in Death Mountain somewhere. I just don't know why I didn't check that when I went up there 15 times and checked all the same entrances. It was just really frustrating, and then started to get, you know, just over it. Like, oh, come on, let's just find it. Let's just go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that's that's crazy. I mean, I know at some point, like when you check Ganon's Tower or Eastern Palace, because you still had to get the Thieves Sound big key, so maybe that was time for you to think, even just kind of like in your mind, just go through each location and be like, oh yeah, you know what, I haven't checked super, you know, Paradox Cave Top, you know, and it may come to you. So that, you know, that could have been the benefit of that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like I spent probably 40 minutes looking for Swamp Palace.
Yeah, it seemed.
Yeah.
It did seem like that, yeah. But
yeah, it was a while. That was definitely a mistake. I just must never have walked in there, because I couldn't for the life of me remember seeing it, because I've never not marked a dungeon. That's the first time I've ever done that. Of course, during a tournament race, because when else are you gonna do it? But yeah, so.
Well, you said you lost your map, right? Because you probably went in there like the first 5 minutes, because I think that was a really early spot.
I'm not sure. I reset my map early on, and then started playing again, and it was a little disoriented for a little bit, but then I had to actually stop because I went completely blank. I was like, I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. It was really tough because the fire rod, the flippers, and the bow were just so isolated for such a long time, at least for me. You know, I sequence broke as much as I could, you know, before finally giving up. And then, of course, I checked Misery Mire first, which was definitely wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I fully cleared the whole thing. I don't think there was anything in there. Was there? I don't think so. I did that like an hour and a half in.
There wasn't.
I felt really bad.
But yeah, well, I think I've taken up enough of you guys' time. I really appreciate the restream. Thank you to my co-runner. It was great. It was so much fun. And GG's, congratulations. Good luck on the next round. And I think that about does it for me today.
All right, thank you. About me too. Thank you all again.
Well, GG to both of you guys. And we'll see you guys
Mark and Walter.
Yeah, thank you guys. You guys did it. We're here to call it. So thank you guys, and GGs to both of you. We'll see you in the next couple of rounds. You still got the other bracket to get into, Jinxie. So and for you, moving on, Slowpoke.
Yeah, I think I'm against P-Train next.
So yeah, so that'll be that you're moving on. So GGs to you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I think that about does it for us here at Zelda Speedruns. And on behalf of us, thank you guys for watching and tuning in and going through that journey with us, everybody here. And Walter, would you like to get the last word?
I'm just happy to see a lot of these races going on. The bracket is really exciting so far. And if you like this mode or Link to Past right overall, stay tuned because there's plenty of more coming up for sure. These first 2 rounds are going to be pretty stacked. There's going to be a lot of races happening. But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching and take care. We'll catch you guys later. I think this was the last match for tonight. But check the schedule for the upcoming matches.
Indeed,
all right,
it was the last match. But before we go, let me just give a lot of things going on tomorrow. There's some Link Between Worlds, some Link to the more of the tournament tomorrow, the first match being at 10 a.m. We have the European Weekly Accessible for Operative Time tomorrow. And then there is what used to be called No I Am Wrong Warp, now called GSR for Operative Time. It's actually at 6 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, so lots of things all the way up through 9 p.m. and 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 tournament races. So thank you all for joining us and have a good night.